Oh, hi. We got about 14 minutes before the anniversary stream starts. They do a 30-minute countdown to let people gather so that they don't miss the beginning. So we're just going to hang out here together for the next 14 minutes before the show starts. Noah, thank you for the 9 months. Okay, that answers my question, I think. I was wanting to make sure that I had the alerts turned off so we don't disrupt the flow of the stream. But all the same, I appreciate you for the 9 months. This is from my birthday, Dead by Daylight. You better be good. Happy birthday, Noah. That's right, you told me your birthday was coming up. Today is the day. I'm so excited. YKM28, thank you so very much. Okay, so I have the alerts. I'm just gonna put that on mute just to double check that it doesn't interrupt the stream for anybody. Today's the day we find out it's Candyman, everybody. The Garden of Joy. You know how flowers get pollinated, don't you? Know how flowers grow, right? Through pollination, right? You know what helps with pollination? Insects. You know what insects help with pollination the most? Bees. Oh. They better hurry, I'm on an hour break at work. Oh my goodness. Well, what does the run of the show say here? What are they leading with? The roadmap, I think, is the first thing, right? DeadByDaylight.com. I don't know what you'd do if it was Candyman. I don't either. I would freak out. I'd run out of the room. I'd get up out of my chair and run out of the room and start screaming around the house. Oh my god, I appreciate the news crawl. I'm gonna miss a bit for my lunch break. I set that up last night. I was like, we should probably have a news crawl because a lot of times people come in late and they're like, what did I miss? So anything that we find, we can, anything we can find out that's big, we can put it in the crawler. Are you of the opinion that we're getting a PTB today? I don't know. I guess they'll announce it. What do we got here? Year 7 roadmap is the beginning. Quality of life improvements, gameplay improvements, then chapter 24 reveal. Look at the store, and 6th anniversary in-game celebrations. I don't think the celebrations are starting today. They're probably just going to tell us what it is sometime in June, I guess. Tails Warrior, thank you for the 10 months. I told you the news crawl would work in the empty space. Those leakers, they find out everything. Can you believe they went into Matthew's private domicile, his home, and they were peeping Tom through his window just to make sure he was going to wear a bow tie today? The leaks are getting out of hand, okay? Can we just put that out there? The leakers are getting out of hand. They're now turning into voyeurs, looking through Matthew Cote's personal windows. This is unacceptable behavior on the part of the leakers. Let me hear you say, way-oh, Galaxy. Down with leakers. Well, I mean, you know, I guess we'll see. Were you the leaker, though? Ashley, how dare you? How dare you infer that I would peek through Matthew Cote's window? Paparazzi do it all the time. Would you be disappointed if it was just an expansion on an existing chapter, not a license or even an original chapter? What do you mean, like an expansion? Like, we're adding 2 more members of the Legion, like that kind of thing? I guess it would depend. Esther said that's something you do. Well, she does know me best. I took my ring off, though. Esther and I are no longer, well, anyway, I took my ring off. Thank you very much for the 2 months. I have no ring on my finger, but somebody forgot to tell my finger. Because my finger is like, you know what? You can take that ring off all you want. I'm your body. And I know you're married, so you don't even need a ring. We're just gonna make a nature's ring on my finger. Auntie, think of the 15 months. Who would be mad at 6 members of the Legion? Yeah, 6 members of the Legion all coming at you at once. You know you're always welcome to hang out. No need to peep outside and be cold. Oh my gosh, it's Matthew Cote! I hope you have a great day, Matthew. We're looking forward to this. It's gonna be a great watch party. No, what happened was my wife said, you know, look, let's be real. We've all put on a little bit of weight here and there during the pandemic and the quarantine, some of us more than others. And my wife said, you need to get that ring off your finger before it cuts off the circulation of your finger. And I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. And she goes, I really want you to take that off. She goes, you can't even get that off. You're gonna have to get that cut off. Gifting 5 subs, thank you so very much. So we were having movie night in the chat the other night, and I'm like, I bet you I can get this ring off my finger. So we're watching movie night, and I'm just like, I didn't use any lubricant. I'm like, I can get this off. So then it got stuck on my knuckle, and my whole finger started to turn purple. And I'm like, maybe I should turn back and put the ring back on because my finger's not supposed to be purple. So I'm like, I'll just give it another minute and see if I can get it over the knuckle. And if I can't, I'll put it back because purple finger bad. Purple means it's epic. So I got it off, and then I showed it to my wife, and she couldn't believe that I got it off. I'm not somebody that ever takes off my wedding ring, as evidenced by my skin. My skin is like, we didn't forget. That's where the ring goes. We have skin memory. You've heard of muscle memory? This is skin memory. My finger was like, yeah, that's where the ring goes. So I have nature's ring here all the time now. Oh, I don't think resizing the ring is an option for me because it has like a pattern on it. So if you were to cut it, it wouldn't look right. So I'm either gonna sell it for scrap value, or, you know, I asked my son if he wanted it and he said he wasn't interested. It does fit him, but he's like, I'm not a jewelry guy. I don't want it. I'm like, okay. So my options would be like wear it on a chain around my neck, but I'm gonna get something else. Or maybe I could just get a tattoo ring and I'll just tell the tattoo artist, yeah, see that? Just ink over that. Then we're good. I don't know. Excited and nervous. Pale Moon Rose, thank you so much for the Prime. If I miss anybody's subs, thank you all so much for your generosity today. I have the announcements turned off because of I don't want to interrupt the broadcast. So once it starts, I'll turn the volume up on the stream and y'all let me know if it's loud enough or whatever you need, and we'll dial it in the way it should be. Everyone knows that tattoos make you 20% hotter. I'm falling behind in the tattoo department. My wife was telling me today that her boss has 16 tattoos, and I'm like, well, we don't have any. Are you ready for Stephen King's Christine to join DBD? Absolutely. What, you don't want us to spam Streamloot's fart cards? Yeah, I don't think it would look very good for, you know, a big leather-faced green fart gas to go across the stream during the broadcast, so. Go Candyman, 5 minutes, look at this, it's 5 minutes. Time to get tatted, Paulie, book it now. I always thought, like, you know, I wouldn't say no to getting like a Fog Whisperer tattoo on my shoulder or something, but then I'd like break a rule. My luck, it'd be like I'd jinx it. I would get the tattoo and then I'd break a rule, get kicked out of the program, and I'd be like, oh, now I'm stuck with this Fog Whisperer thing forever, and they kicked me out. That'd be my luck, you know? So I'm afraid. I live my life 30% in fear. Prepare for Funko Pops for DVD. Can we talk about like how Funko announced today that Sally Face is getting more Funko Pops? Sally Face already had Funko Pops, okay? Now they're making more. And I'm like, what? Sally Face, this indie game had 2,000 players all time at a peak, and there's like 100 people playing it now, and they get more Funko Pops, and I can't even get Dead by Daylight Funko Pops after a year, and we got 100,000 on, you know, the Steam charts. Like, what? 50x all-time peak? Like, we're comparing player bases here. Sally Face is not it. And they get 2 rounds of Funko Pops. I'm like, what is going on? No shade on Sally Face. Everybody who has ever played it say it's a great game. I'm sure it is, but like the level of attention. I work at GameStop, so hopefully they mention those DVD pops. I hope so. I just want Matthew to end the stream again today and say, oh shit, and Funko Pops are coming still, or something like that, and just end it. Did you reach tier 70 in the Rift? No, I think I'm only around 30. I haven't paid attention. I have not paid attention to my Rift. I know I'll get there, so. I had a late start because of my family vacation, but I'm about halfway through level 2 on the challenges. You know, I shipped 8 gigantic crates of Funko Pops back from my mom's house in Florida to my home. And my son helped me bring them all in the house, and we barricaded the front door, and I thought about taking a picture of all the boxes and going, thank you, Matthew, for trusting me with the shipments of Funko Pops for Dead by Daylight. But I didn't, so. Oh shit, Funko Pops are canceled. You shut your mouth, Galaxy Pops. Galaxy Pox. Don't you say anything about my Pops. You should have done it. All right, Matthew, I'm sure you have to go off and get ready for the live stream here. Have a great show. We're all looking forward to it. 2-minute countdown. Yo, it's the anniversary. Celebrate, celebrate. I have seen a couple pretty cool reveals for Funkoween already. I'm excited about Leprechaun, the new Hannibal Lecter. New Sam from Trick or Treat is okay. I'm gonna get it anyway, but. Did you start recording unboxings for the Pop channel? I didn't, because there's been so much news about Dead by Daylight, and I gotta, as much as the Funko Pop channel is like, you know, a labor of love for me, I gotta put Dead by Daylight first. But I definitely have like a bunch of ideas for themes of everything that got shipped up from Florida. Tell your son to turn on the behavior PTBs so I can see this stuff. Candyman. Oh, Candyman. Canadian Boogeyman said Candyman 5 times. It's guaranteed. 60 seconds. Okay, let me turn the volume up here. So we'll start to get the volume ready. And y'all let me know how the volumes are. If I'm too loud or they're too loud, or we can't go any higher. So if it's too quiet, that's gonna suck. But if I'm like talking over them, I can chill. Let's see how it is once the music's done. Everybody was shook because the 4 looked like pyramid. I better not get some ad during something big. I'll be pissed. Oh. I love you all. Let's go. We love you too, Matthew. David versus World, thank you for the prime. Okay, 20 seconds. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. 6 is a hook. All right, let's see how loud it is. Richie has a locker in his living room. I want a locker in my living room. I actually printed out the front of a locker to put on a cupboard. Stream Elements needs a sub. Oh, dang it again. Oh, what a day for that to happen. They didn't show any Hellraiser. I was wondering if maybe that's because they would need to get Clive's permission. Because Clive resumed rights, right? Not sure.
All right. What I was trying to say before I got rudely interrupted is that Funko Pops are coming. This is super exciting for us. We've been waiting on a long time to be able to announce this. So right now I'm going to give you a sneak peek of the 4 characters coming to Funko Pops. The Wraith, the Doctor, the Huntress, and Claudette Morel. If you're like me, you're thrilled and you can't wait to get your hands on those. I can tell you, you'll be able to get those before the end of the year. Okay. Now that I've shared that,
I thought he was going to roll it back.
Had a moment to calm down. Let me officially welcome you to the Dead by Daylight 6th anniversary celebration. We've got an amazing show for you today. We have the whole team ready to share some of the exciting stuff coming. We've got a few surprises in store. I hope you're going to have a good time. Now, last year, our 5th anniversary was all about looking back at the 5 years before. It was a trip down memory lane, and I had a good time for one. Since then, we've hit 50 million players in Dead by Daylight. That's crazy. We announced a board game that was funded in under 1 day on Kickstarter. That was an amazing job by our friends at Level 99. We've also consistently stayed within the 20 top games streamed on Twitch. All of that, and with our next chapter, we're going to now be at 59 characters in Dead by Daylight. But today, it's not about looking back. Today is about looking at the future. We couldn't be happier to have 50 million of you out there playing the game with us. And while there's still a ton of stuff to do, we want to focus on the things that are going to make their way into the game next year. In the past, we've used these anniversaries to share our dreams and to share our ambitions. And we dreamed big. It's our job to do so. Once in a while, these dreams ended up being bigger than what we were able to deliver. And we don't want to do that today. Today, our goal is to talk about what is actually going to happen within the next year and to give you precise timelines of when you can expect those changes. We're humbled by your passion and your support. Thank you so much for taking this trip with us through the last 6 years. And we have quite a lot more for you. Oh, and if you're watching this on Twitch or YouTube, you can actually play Director of Broadcast by voting in the chat and help us figure out which segments are going to come in what order. And speaking of which, here's a list of everything that we have in store for you today. Like I said, we want you to be in control of what we talk about next. You know what? Let's try it right now. Which one of these would you prefer to have? A, some free stuff. B, something really nice.
Well, it sounds like a win-win. Something really nice. Yeah, you can vote here, but it won't do anything. But it's fun to see what you all pick. Free is good. Matthew's camping the pallet. Why not both? Well, it looks like 52% want free stuff. It's very close. Something nice that's free. Are you implying that the free stuff won't be really nice? Oh, what is this? 78SNOXXG. Somebody write that down for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us today in the celebration of Dead by Daylight's 6th anniversary. I'm Stéphane Beauchamp, Senior Producer on the project, and I'm joined by Justin Brown, Senior Product Manager on the project. In today's panel, we will have a look at the upcoming content for next year, so Dead by Daylight's 7th year, the planned chapters, as well as our 4 main pillars for the game. Before we dive into that, however, this is a really good opportunity to look at our accomplishments from last year and talk a bit more about what we're particularly proud of or excited or happy that was released over the last year. For me, I'm always extremely impressed by the quality of our original content, and the Portrait of Murder chapter was another one that really left a mark on me. But that being said, Year 6 was an amazing year when it comes to licensed content, with the addition of Resident Evil, Hellraiser chapter, as well as Ringu, 3 classic cult horror icons into our game. And it really warms my heart to see all of those different characters come together in the one and the same game. Is there anything you're particularly proud of that we did last year?
Yeah, of course. The first thing that comes to mind is the updated onboarding and tutorial. Seeing that come out to such a positive reaction within our community was really amazing, really rewarding for the team that worked so hard on those features. The next would be the 2 brand new maps we introduced last year. It had been a long time since we introduced new maps, and the team totally delivered on those maps, visually stunning. And that's not to mention the unbelievable job they did on the Haddonfield rework, which recently released. And last but not least, it would be the Snowman event. All of the hilarious memes, movies, memories that were shared in that sort of holiday season was unbelievably amazing, and something I hope we can recreate again this year. Now, I'd like to take this moment just to mention that when we develop our roadmap, we always aim at delivering the most quality as we possibly can for you, our players. However, as it is a live tool, we are constantly having to update it due to urgent issues or new opportunities that arise throughout the year. As such, there were a few features we mentioned during last year's anniversary stream that still have not made their way into the game. Fear not, we will be talking about most of those features later today. Now, when we talk about what's coming up in the next year, first, I'll tell you some of the things we know we can expect throughout this next year. There will be 4 new chapters, which means 4 new killers and their survivor counterparts, of course. In addition to that, there will be 4 tomes in the archives, diving deeper into our characters' lore. And with the narrative direction around the Observer's Tower going in a new direction, we're all super excited to watch that unfold.
What is this all about?
It's going to be a long story.
We'll learn more over the coming year. It's really exciting. For some of you who have been with us over the past year, the 4 pillars will probably be known to you all. They're really things we have continuously worked upon over the last 6 years of the game. So our 4 pillars composing the roadmap for this year are game health, quality of life updates, life design, as well as our events. You want to give us a bit more info about the
Game health. Yeah, sure, I will. I would love to, Stéphane. When we talk about game health, there are some aspects of game health that will always be ongoing priorities for us, such as security improvements and game performance optimizations. But this year, we're putting an added focus on matchmaking. We want to improve the matchmake wait times as much as we can, in addition to accounting for the various play styles we see throughout our community and rewarding them as such. When we talk about matchmaking, though, it's also very much a quality of life topic, which segues very well into our second pillar.
It is an amazing segue, as if it was planned all along. You're a natural at that. Talking more about quality of life improvements and updates, you did talk about the roadmap and how we continuously shift things around and such. We use a lot of the feedback from the community to feed into that. And as such, CSAT surveys are a really important part for that, forums, social networks, et cetera, et cetera. When we did announce the Autobahn feature during last year's anniversary, it was met with a lot of mixed feelings from the community. And as such, we really held off a bit to make sure we were doing this in the best way possible. We know toxicity as well as cheating is something that has to continuously be looked at and addressed in the game to keep the game as safe as possible. And as such, Autobahn and improvements to those systems is an important part for us that we're going to keep looking at this year, but we want to make sure we do it in the best way possible. To dive a bit more into quality of life updates, we'll have Justin Banks and Aurélie Géraud talk a bit more about that in a future panel today, which I'm really looking forward to. But for now, is there anything you want to share with us about life design?
As a live game, constant iterations in our design and live balance updates are critical to keeping the game feeling fun, fresh, and exciting for our players. In addition to that, players' behaviors are constantly evolving, and we need to adapt to accommodate those new behaviors all the time. Matt Spriggins will be up shortly to talk more about the huge updates that we have coming and planned for this year in regarding live balance.
And huge is not an understatement.
Not an understatement at all. But one piece of news we're happy to break right now is that we're actively working on a major rework of the Raccoon City Police Department map that we released last year during the Resident Evil chapter. We can expect to see that sometime this fall, but we will keep you updated as we near closer to the final release date.
I'm very much looking forward to playing it. It's often been a difficult map to navigate and to play for players, and I'm really looking forward to see how it can actually be brought up to the standards that we have today, and I'm looking forward. With that said, I'll jump into the events, something that really is an important aspect of the game. It allows us to move the game in a direction that's a little bit farther off the beaten path, something that's not necessarily what you'd expect from Dead by Daylight, but do that as a time-based thing allows us to really do something completely crazy sometimes and such. This is really an opportunity for us to get communities together and to generate moments you're never going to forget. Always think back of that game you played of Dead by Daylight during that specific moment of the year. As we've always done over the last few years, we'll have 4 main moments in the year that we're going to celebrate through events, which are going to be our anniversary period coming up in a few weeks from now, the Halloween period, the winter period, as well as the Lunar New Year period. These 4 events are really going to be the main ones for the year, but our cornerstone events are going to be Halloween and anniversary, since they're such big, important moments for the game. On top of those, we're also going to try and do more live activations, such as login bonuses, Blood Rush that you're all familiar with, and boosted Rift Fragments collection, so that there's a reason for everyone to come back to the game and be more excited about playing Dead by Daylight more often and be happy about the rewards they're getting through doing that. So, really looking forward to this year. It's really been an amazing one for us, and thank you so much, especially for the continued support throughout those 6 years. Thank you, everyone.
Rift Fragment Rush is a good idea, for sure.
By Daylight fans, I hope you're enjoying the 6th anniversary celebration of Dead by Daylight. I'm Matthias Claesen, I'm the director of the Recreational Fear Lab, and I'm here to talk to you about why people enjoy horror. Now, it might seem weird that folks like us voluntarily seek out frightening entertainment, but it's actually very common and for good scientific reason. It is part of human nature to find pleasure in playing with fear. It's what kids do when they play hide and seek, and it's what we do when we play DBD. When you're playing as a survivor, you're reenacting an ancient evolutionary drama. You're trying to stay alive in a dangerous world by outrunning and outsmarting a bloodthirsty predator. Your whole body is in survival mode, heart racing to prepare you for fight or flight. You get that invigorating adrenaline kick, and if you escape the killer, you're rewarded with a flood of feel-good neurotransmitters, such as dopamine. Playing as a killer is different. You're immersing yourself in that same ancient scenario of predation. But now it's about catching your prey and the ecstasy of the hunt. It's that same adrenaline kick, but the reward is not the nerve-tingling relief of survival. It's the exhilarating delight of victory, the thrill of the kill. So when you play DBD, you're satisfying a primal desire for threat simulation, for playing with fear. But you're also satisfying another primal desire, namely the desire for story. Because DBD isn't just about the hunt. It's also about exploring the rich and constantly evolving narrative world of the game. Whether you're out for survival or blood, I wish you good luck on your next journey into the fog.
Could you put the Stephen King book right here behind your shoulder that just says Stephen King really big? Oh my gosh. I still have to order the Dog Walker and Bad Cat shirts.
The killer is coming, but the generator is almost complete. What do? A, hit the last skill check. B, run. C, let the killer grab you. D, blow up the generator.
You gotta commit. You gotta commit for the team. No. Commit. You gotta commit. I love the commitment. I love the level of commitment in the chat. It looks like 70% are committing. I love it. You gotta take one for the team.
Hi there, I'm Matt, Design Director on Dead by Daylight. I work with Dave, the Creative Director, and the rest of the DBD game design team on everything from updating and balancing our existing content to the development of all our new chapters and game features. I'm really happy to be back with you once more for this 6th anniversary broadcast. The upcoming year is going to be a really big one for Dead by Daylight, so I'm excited to share 3 key updates that our team of talented designers have been working on.
Okay.
An overhaul of our killer and survivor perks, a rework of our approach to prestige and progression, and finally, an update on the changes to the mori system.
Oh, this is gonna be juicy.
One of the main goals for the game design team is to explore new ways that we can keep the player experience in Dead by Daylight fresh and fun for both new players entering our universe and for our highly engaged expert players with hundreds or even thousands of hours in the game. In listening to our players and reviewing our own data, we've found that some of the most consistent feedback is that in our high-level matches, meta perks have essentially taken over, meaning that players are consistently seeing the same perk loadouts again and again for every killer and every survivor. Looking at our data, there's a clear gap between the most popular perks for each role.
Uh-huh.
On the killer side, these are Corrupt Intervention, Scourge Hook Pain Resonance, Barbecue and Chili, Hex Ruin, and Pop Goes the Weasel.
Story checks
And
out.
for survivors, Dead Hard, Decisive Strike, Borrowed Time, Iron Will, and of course, Self-Care.
Who runs that?
With little motivation to explore different perk loadouts, this can naturally lead to a feeling of gameplay becoming stale. Therefore, in the coming months, we'll be releasing a major update that will rework and rebalance roughly 40 killer and survivor perks, including the ones that I've just mentioned. This is aimed at eliminating these clear, dominant perk trends and strategies that we've been seeing in the game for a while. There will also be some small baseline gameplay adjustments that we would like to share with you a little bit closer to the release date. So, we'll keep monitoring, keep reviewing, and keep adjusting our collection of perks in this way on a more regular basis to make sure that we avoid these meta perks becoming consistent trends for extended periods, whilst opening up the gateway for new undiscovered metas to emerge. With this upcoming focus on balance, we're also working on an update to make perks easier to acquire and encourage more exploration of new combinations in perk loadouts. In an upcoming patch, we'll be releasing a rework of Dead by Daylight's prestige system, aimed at reducing the grind in the game by giving players more direct, quick, and easy access to perks, something that will improve the quality of life, not only for our long-term dedicated players, but especially new players looking to get into the game. Our current prestige system is optional, and it awards a bloodied version of the base cosmetic outfit, whilst resetting the perks, add-ons, and items in the character's inventory.
Yeah?
This update will change how this works entirely.
Oh.
When this feature releases, prestiging a character for the first time will instantly unlock that character's Tier 1 personal perks on all other killers or survivors, making them immediately available in their loadouts. We know that our players are hoping that the RNG gods provide them with barbecue and chili in their early blood webs. However, with this feature, you simply prestige the cannibal to prestige level 1, 2, or 3 to unlock all of Leatherface's perks at the corresponding tier for every other killer. This will significantly reduce the grind and completely eliminate the random chance needed to acquire specific teachable perks through the blood web system.
Oh.
Of course, it's worth mentioning the prestige level won't be capped at just 3, so you'll be able to show your dedication to a particular character by raising them well beyond that. Additionally, the act of prestiging will not remove their perks, items, or add-ons. So there's no longer an associated reset of the character, if you will.
Thank you
For those
so
who haven't yet
much.
prestiged their characters, we're also working on a fair way to still reward players for their time investment and dedication once this update takes effect. Fans can expect both the prestige and perk updates to drop around the same time during a major release this summer. Finally, I would like to close things out with some news on the Mori updates that we shared last year. While it's still coming, we have slightly adjusted our approach to the system based on research, feedback, and prototyping iteration. We've arrived at something that feels more straightforward, yet still accomplishes the same goals that we set out with. The change to the system will still remove the Mori ability from offerings, focusing instead on rewarding efficient killer play, but we'll be incorporating the Mori animation as more of a natural ending to the match. This is something that we're currently calling the finisher Mori. When a killer downs the last survivor standing, rather than drawing things out and having them pick up and hook the survivor, we'll instead transition immediately and automatically to the killer's Mori animation,
That's
allowing them
actually
to
pretty
close
hot.
things out in style, and in a way that you would expect from an unstoppable killing machine. There's also a few other additional changes coming with this system that we're not quite ready to share yet, but we're hoping to release the new Mori system as part of our Halloween update this year, so look out for that. While we couldn't cover all of the details of these updates in the span of one segment, anyone looking for more information can head over to our website, deadbydaylight.com, following the broadcast. Thank you as always for the support.
That's a good point.
We can't
How
wait
does
to
that
get these
affect my
updates into
streamer
your hands as soon
privilege?
as possible to see your amazing reactions.
How am I going to get
Thanks
streamer
again, and
privileged?
see you in the fog.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Macmillan Estate for Dead by Daylight's 6th anniversary. I'm Justin, one of the senior product managers on the game.
And I'm Aurélie, producer on Dead by Daylight. And what a cool set we're on today.
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I heard there's some traps around, but we'll be a little careful.
Yeah, we'll try.
So last year, Aurélie and I were here with all of you just to talk about
Hope
the
everybody
pillars
had
for the
their
year.
tetanus shots before
But
they got
I think
on
some
this
other guys
set.
on the team have that covered. So this year, we're here to talk about the quality of life updates that are coming to the game for Year 7. And now, while it's always our goal to give you the most accurate picture of what's coming and when, the reality is that deadlines can shift as well as priorities. And we live in a pretty weird world these days, so there's a lot of external factors as well. So, I mean, that all being said, we are going to work to have the most open dialogue with our players. So if something changes, you can bet us, other members on the team, we are going to be communicating and let you know if something shifts, changes, removes, added, really at all. We're going to
Yes.
make sure that you guys know about it. That being said,
Transparency.
let's get to it.
Yes, and that's really cool because today when you will open the PTB, the first thing that you will notice is this new vertical layout that we have. The idea behind this is we were running out of space with the current one, and we wanted to add more clarity and also make some information way more visible to players. Like, for example, some text in some languages, they will have more space, but also when we have an event or something happening in the game, now you will be able to see right away when you enter in the game what is happening and how long it will take. You won't have to go through different screens, navigate through the game to get access to this information.
And so I think if I can kind of nail down something cool for everybody is that I don't have to go into the archives to see how long is left in the Rift.
Correct.
But I'll see it right on the main menu.
Correct. You will have the exact timer, how long it will take until the end of the Rift. And that's part of what will make just the navigation easier and the information easier to find in Dead by Daylight. Another feature that will be also available today for the PTB, and I think that one will be really appreciated.
I think so. I think this one is one of those that players have been asking for quite some time.
That's true. So that's the preset loadout. In the
that's so
loadout
cool.
screen
Show
now,
me.
you will be able to
Show me.
have different saves, up to 3 for the moment.
Oh, that's awesome.
For your offering, perks, add-on, items. So you will be able to adapt your playstyle according to what you want to play.
Exactly. So, I mean, if you guys want to create one loadout for goofy perks, one for playing by yourself, one for playing as a team, you just change those with the press of a button. No longer are you looking through
I've wanted that for
this
so
full
long.
inventory of perks that we have.
Correct. It will be your choice to decide between hardcore and casual games. Something else, you'll be also able to save loadouts for your
Yes!
cosmetics. So if you have different
That's even
style and you're
better.
always like
That
wondering
is
which one to
even
use,
better.
well, now it will be extremely useful, easy for you to switch between them. And for both the main menu and the preset loadout, we really think that the two features, they will bring more comfort and ease for the player. And we are really looking into feedback. So please, when you grab the PTB today, share your feedback about these two improvements.
That's
this will
in
help
a
you to
PTB
create the
today?
best quality of life improvement in the future as well for you.
You can save your cosmetic.
But that's for today. So what is
Today?
happening for the next upcoming releases?
Right, so for
You
that,
can
we've got
save your
some
no mither
other
build
upcoming features
now.
to share with everybody out there. So one of the main ones that we actually announced last year, as you remember, I think we were both there, was matchmaking incentives. So what we mean when we're talking about this is when players are matchmaking, we try to establish a good ratio of 4 survivors to 1 killer. And whether or not this ratio is imbalanced one way or another depends on your server, depends on your time of day. So what we are doing is we are providing players with extra blood points to play as the role that is most needed on their server, at that time of day when they're online, which I think is going to be pretty useful for our players.
Correct. And with the new layout that we just mentioned, like it will be really easy for the player to see in front, like on which queue they should go if they want to have the less waiting time.
Exactly. As soon as you log in, you're going to know which role needs you the most. So if you're there for BP or if you're there just to have fun with your friends, I mean, really, we're giving you so many more options. I think it's going to be a great experience once this is introduced. Not even that, but while you're in this matchmaking, trying to get that incentive, we are doing what we're calling a game flow refactor. Very techie name, I know, but if we break it down, it's really giving you guys the opportunity to navigate around the game while you're waiting in the queue. So when you're waiting in matchmaking, with your friends
we're
alone,
not stuck there?
what have you, you'll now be able to browse the store, check out some really cool outfits,
Thank
some
you
other areas of
so
the game,
much.
and even check out the archives.
Oh.
So if you want to change your challenges or read some lore while you're waiting, that's all up to you.
Yeah,
Are
and
you
I really love this
serious?
feature because it feels like not a big change, but actually it will just bring so much comfort and remove so much frustration that I really like the fact that the navigation will be easy and you won't have any, it will be more comfortable for you to
Exactly.
navigate.
And so now we're already making it more accessible to get to the archives
It's
for players
smart.
by doing this, by putting the timer for the Rift on the main menu. But we're also doing some more updates to the archives coming later this year. So 2 of the main changes that I think players will appreciate right off the bat is now you can have 1 survivor active challenge and a killer active challenge. So no switching back and forth or anything crazy like this. No starting
You're
a killer
giving me
match while
things
having
I
a
didn't
survivor
even know
challenge
I
equipped
wanted
and feeling
now.
like you've wasted your time.
Actually, it will be super cool because with the matchmaking incentive you just mentioned before, well, if you see that the survivor queue is better for the moment, and you have a killer challenge on, you won't have to go back to the archive,
that's
switch a
smart, 'cause
challenge just because you want
it
to go to
might
the survivor
slip
queue
your mind
and
to change
use
it.
time.
But you could queue, and then you could change it, because now we let you. And so what would happen is as you
God.
find a match, we'll give you a notification full screen that you finished whatever you're doing,
Okay.
and then bring you into the match. So I think that's going to be a very fun experience for players.
Are you feeling
Getting
spoiled?
ahead of
I'm
ourselves.
feeling spoiled.
One of
at
our
this
other
point.
big features that we're updating in the archives is your ability to view a full outfit within the Rift. So, I mean, I think we've both
That
visited the Rift
too!
page quite a bit
It's like
now that it's been
every
out for a while.
freaking
So
checklist
now
thing that
if
I
a
ever
player
said we
selects
should
a
be able
piece
to
of
do is
cosmetic
in here.
from an outfit in that Rift, there's going to be an available button to click to view the full outfit as a preview. So if you're not keeping up to date with our amazing marketing trailers that are showing off all of these cool renders, you can view it from directly in the game. And then go watch the marketing trailer after, because they do a lot of work on these and they're very cool. Well, we're obviously trying to get a lot of these changes out for this fall in one of our upcoming archives releases, alongside some other yet-to-be unannounced archive stuff, which we're keeping a little hush-hush now. but it's the 3rd anniversary of the archives. So we're trying to put something really special together for you guys. But we've got another big feature in the works, and I think I'll let you spill the beans on this one.
Yes, and this one, I think, our player, you are going to love it. So we have decided, do you remember last year when we talked about bots?
What?
Not at all.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
I'm sure you will do. So when we talk about bots, actually this year, by the end of the year, we really want to introduce bots in custom match.
Oh!
So the idea here is
What?
we want to give the player, like if you're missing a friend in a group, if you don't have any friends at all, or if you just want to play chill and try to learn a new killer,
Didn't they just say a couple months
you will
ago
be
this
able
was
to
too
do that in a
complicated?
custom match and just fill out the matches with bots. So that will be extremely simpler for you to play. And we feel like for some player it could be intimidating to play a new killer or to just learn a new one. And this will actually be a safe environment for them to try and remove the pressure that you can have sometime when you're in a real match.
For sure. And I mean, it's not just learning a new killer that can be stressful sometimes, but new maps as well, because the layouts can be entirely different. There's some new loops that you need to learn. So it's a great way for players to be able to practice those as well. You know, use an old killer, use old survivors as bots, and just try out whatever map you want.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. And this feature is probably the longest one for timeline, and we're targeting this winter for this one to be out. And we can't wait.
I'm super excited for this one.
So if
I
I
am
put
too.
I'm a bad killer,
bots
so I'm
coming to
looking forward
DVD
to
in the
it.
crawler, are y'all
And
gonna
I
say
think you
that's
still have
not
2
new,
features
Polly?
that you would like to talk about this
I
today.
do. So these ones are a bit smaller, but I think our players and streamers will also be interested on both of these. So the first one I'll discuss is what we're calling streamer mode or anonymous mode.
Oh, really?
Still undecided, still in development, so the name may change. But the basic premise of this is to make sure that all of our players feel safe as they're playing the game. So that we're obscuring your name or the name of your friends as they're playing, so that no toxic players or ne'er-do-wells inside or outside the game
Ne'er-do-wells.
can find it and target you in some way.
And for the security, that's a huge plus as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So we just want our players to feel safe as they're playing our game, and we hope that this is a great tool to actually let them do it. Now, the other feature
This is also nerfing my
I guess all
streamer
about the
privilege,
survivors
though.
not feeling so safe, which is our
No,
updated
that's
wiggle
good.
system. So if you've been paying attention to Dead by Daylight, I know we have, talking to you, for the past few months, we've been testing out our updated system under our beta tab, so players were able to opt in and try it out. So whereas previously the wiggle system was mashing 2 buttons back and forth, keyboard controller, whatever you chose, now it's instead a skill check. So during the beta, we were all listening to a lot of our player feedback, so our design team has really taken that into account, and with those changes, we're going to make it a permanent feature in the future.
And on behalf of the team, really thank you for using the beta tabs. It was really, really useful for us to collect all this information and to see how you feel about new changes that we just want to make sure that all the changes that we introduce in the game are the correct ones.
Yeah, I mean, I know we all love the PTB, being able to try out new content, but this let us really bring in all of our console players who have been asking for a way, and all of their input, especially given that it was very controller heavy.
I
is
actually
really
forgot
appreciated.
And sometimes we just need
the
more
skill
time
check
also to get the
wasn't
feedback.
It certainly
was
helps.
optional at this point. So they're
So
saying they're
with-
going to make
with
it
all of
not
these,
be
we also
optional,
have
and they're
some
going
other
forward with
smaller
that.
features that we weren't really able to fit in here. So head on over to our website at deadbydaylight.com to read a bit more after the segment.
And we really hope you guys, you're excited about all the features that we announced today. I know we are, and we expect that you will enjoy this anniversary with us. And we hope you a very good Dead by Daylight experience here.
I kind of think it
Enjoy the
should
rest of
be
the broadcast,
optional.
everybody.
Thank you.
My name's Jason. I'm a fog whisperer, and to me, Dead by Daylight is more than just a game. It's a lifestyle. I'm heading to a parkour gym to work with professional tag athletes. I want to learn how I can apply my DVD skills in real life.
Do you ever just crouch at the chaser to get them angry?
World Chase Tag is a team-on-team competition where one team throws in a chaser, one team throws in an invader, and the one rule is don't get caught.
Jason's amazing.
So in chase tag, are you using vaulting? Because in DVD, when I'm being chased, vaulting is a pretty powerful evasion tool.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
vaulting
they're wearing the
gives you a very
jerseys!
easy way of getting an obstacle.
They're wearing the
in between
jerseys from
you
the
and whoever's
shop!
chasing you.
So what about slow vaults?
What?
Oh my God.
To see my full training adventure, head to the Dead by Daylight YouTube page later this week.
Oh my God, that's gonna be amazing. Jason's so funny. Oh my God. Oh, I got the totem. I got my totem right here. Mine is alternating colors. Oh, 10% off until May 24th. The totem is really cool. Can I show you my totem? Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Turn it off.
The killer is in pursuit. What do you do? A, drop the pallet. B, use dead hard.
Furiously.
C, loop forever. Or D, crouch furiously.
Cord. Here, cord. Cord is all stuck around my chair. Here we go. There's my totem. No, just stay one color. Stop blinking. There. There's my totem. It's really cool. Hit him with the pebble. And then you're like, I'm gonna bless it. You bless it, see? Cool. This is a very cool item. So it has a multitude of colors you can go through, or you can just have it on gradual change. Gradual change? There's quick change and gradual change. Never mind.
Hello,
Enough of that.
everyone. I'm Joe Ashley, the associate producer on Dead by Daylight. I'm joined by Xavier, our director, and also Rose, our project manager. A big part of what makes Dead by Daylight so great are the characters. And telling the stories is one of the best part of our job. While a lot of storytelling is happened through lore, there's also a way for us to tell the story through the art and the visual. Today, we want to share with you a bit about the process of the collection that inspires us. We want to break some news about new announcement of a brand new collection we've been anxious to share with you guys for a while.
Yes, thank you, Josh. Well, let's take a moment to talk about like what's behind the several outfits and collection we provide to players during the year. So artistically, the approach is different when we work on our own contents and when we work with licenses. When we do our own, we often look this as a way to put our own spin to icons and events everybody's familiar with. Mm-hmm. A great example is the Halo Blight collection. It's really our take on Halloween. You know, rather than creating cosmetics around traditional vampires, witches, werewolves, we decided to do something more unique, to tell a unique story, and we have like our killers. We made them more horrific due to a substance linked to the entity. Mm-hmm. The result, I think, is unexpected, more original. The lore and art direction have been reinforced at the same time, and we get to celebrate Halloween in a way that's very true to Dead by Daylight.
Mm-hmm. So on my side, the product goal is to create collections like this for all seasons. These collections would be something that we could return to and add to every year, but on our own terms, in a way that's creative for Xavier, but also not feeling like too generic or too easy.
Maybe Joash, you could share with us the different steps on the production to create these visuals.
Sure thing. So as you know, Rose had a good idea of what the type of collection that she wants. So afterward, I think the first step is to talk to the narrative team. The idea behind it is to make sure that we have a good idea and make sure also like it's kind of related to the character. So the cosmetic that we want is related to the character, the story background, and the lore. Afterward, we need to talk to the concept artists. They're the one who's going to put on paper pretty much with the art director and the concept art to put on paper pretty much the idea that we want as cosmetics. So and also this is the time for us to put in detail what we want. So meaning like the accessories, the detail, and the type of material that we want. Once we're done, the character team can use those concepts to start their modeling phase. So pretty much to have the 3D model ready.
Mm-hmm. So in the case of the Fire Moon Festival, we created this in tribute to the Mid-Autumn Festival that is celebrated in so many Asian countries. And it is our own DBD-specific event that boasts like concerts and celebrations that are surrounding the full Fire Moon. And it's a celebration of life and also a reflection upon death. Yeah. So another part of creating this event ourselves was to be able to include a wider variety of characters into the collection.
I got
so,
you. I
for
was playing
example,
with the
those
totem.
that didn't have
I was
an
playing
Asian
catch up.
heritage.
We should talk also about licenses.
I didn't even see the code.
Today,
saved
right
me.
now, we have something really important to share with the fans. Right, Rose?
Yeah,
Oh,
indeed.
that's Rose.
So
yeah,
another interesting part of working on these
cosmetics all the
collections
time.
is being able to work with existing licenses as well. So we're able to introduce new stories and other brands that we love also into the world of Dead by Daylight. Speaking of which, anime and mangas are widely requested from our fans around the world. And we're really excited to be able to announce today a new collection that's right around the corner, one that marks DBD's first major crossover with an anime title. So without further ado,
Pokemon! Oh. Whoa! Holy smokes!
So many of us on Dead by Daylight team are big fan of anime, especially Attack on Titan. The process of creating new outfit based on the new collection based on Dead by Daylight has been really, really exciting. We're thrilled to be including 10 different outfits for both survivor and killers, and also we need to say some surprise for later on. I think we can still give some glimpse of the concept art for Attack on Titan.
Oh, yeah.
Who's going to be the naked
working
killer?
on Attack on Titan was a great challenge, but really exciting one. First, we had to assimilate like the iconic aspect of the 2D art direction from the show and adapt it on 3D, making sure like the characters remain themselves even if applied on DBD characters. And because they are not legendary outfits, the goal was not to reskin them and transform them into something way too different from our more realistic art direction. So we then came with bigger eyes, etc. We felt it more like, okay, we could create like great cosplay of this character. Our mindset was more, what if our DBD characters were part of the Attack on Titan universe? And from who are they closer in their personalities and appearances? So it was really important for us to
Honey Bear's like, can
select
Felix be
some
the
of
Titan?
our favorite characters from Attack on Titan, and so we could focus on some aspect of each to match our DBD personalities. We have Eren, one of the heroes of the show, and we have Dwight. Dwight, in a sense, is one of our heroes also on DBD. He's here since years, and we kept the details of Dwight, like having the iconic glasses, the messy hair, and even with the equipment of Attack on Titan, we made sure like the equipment isn't straight, and we have like nothing's perfect because it's Dwight. We have Angie. For her, it was easier because we have Zarina also, and it was a perfect match. She's a scientist that investigates on Titans, and with Zarina, like they are both very inquisitive and investigators that work well. To keep the details of Zarina herself, we gave her eye patch, but not the glasses because she doesn't wear glasses. The Armor Titan is there, you know, we have it as an ultra rare cosmetic for the Oni.
Yeah.
And not only was a good match because we apply this skin on one of our largest killer of the game, but also we were able to use his crystal form for the rage mode. And while the base of the crystals are blue in the show, we tinge them with a red VFX to represent the traditional Oni blood rage for the game.
That's it for us. We hope you enjoyed the behind the look scene and also our new collection that we just showed you. Of course, we're going to keep an eye for more Attack on Titan news. Thank you.
心臓を捧げよう。
That's the thing. That's the thing in the picture. Like the what do they call it? The boggart from Harry Potter.
Hi everyone, I'm Dave Richard, creative director on Dead by Daylight, and I am super glad to be here today to share the newest content for our latest chapter, and of course to celebrate the 6th anniversary of Dead by Daylight. The tradition is to tell you all the content that's going to be in the chapter, and this time we're quite excited. We're changing the recipe a little bit, and we're doing an original chapter. So this new chapter is called Roots of Dread, and it's a full chapter. It contains a new survivor, a new killer, and a new map within a new realm of the entity. That's quite exciting. So the story for the chapter revolves around a town, a perfect town. Well, a town that seems to be perfect. But of course, the residents are hiding something terrible. They're hiding secrets and a darkness. And when that darkness starts to bubble up to the surface, it creates our newest killer, the Dredge. So let's talk about it a little bit. So the Dredge is inspired by the Boogeyman, a story that is global and is known around many cultures. It's a domestic fear. It's a monster that is really close to us, that is in our familiar environment, inside our house, under our bed, in our wardrobes. And that's the type of creature we wanted to feature and create. So it is the physical representation of the darkness of the whole town, of their secrets. And it is a weird and strange creature, a monster. It has an impossible biology featuring various limbs, heads, different parts. It is emotionless, and it's impossible to plead for your life when in front of this creature. We wanted to make sure to create a visceral scare when facing this creature. It's a bit like when you're having a nightmare, and you know it was super scary when you wake up, but you can't exactly put your finger on what it was that you've seen.
Reminds me of John Carpenter's
The visual design of the Dredge is quite unique. It's a first for Dead by Daylight killers. It's a monster, recreated by different limbs, different heads, claws, pincers, tentacles, and we wanted to make sure that you, the player, would be able to customize as you wanted this monster. What's really cool as well for cosmetic is that we are able to explore themes that are organic, but also constructs, like this amazing cosmetic that features dolls.
Oh.
All right, now let's move on to the power of the Dredge. So when playing the Dredge, we wanted you to feel like you're the embodiment of darkness, of fear itself. We wanted to recreate that feeling of a monster that's really close to us, that lives in your house. And so there are two phases to the power. The first phase is the ability to use lockers to teleport from and to. So, of course, this is great for map movement. You'll be able to travel the map really quickly. But it's also great to surprise survivors that are nearby lockers, and even survivors that are hiding inside the locker. The second phase of the power is called Night Cycle, and this is where it gets really interesting. So based on action the dredge will make and some passive abilities, the Night Cycle will build on the survivor. When it is finally completed, Night Cycle will trigger, and a darkness will engulf the survivor.
Oh, no.
This darkness makes it very difficult to navigate, especially in chases.
Oh, no.
The only thing the survivor
no,
can see
no.
in the distance will be the dredge itself.
Oh,
That's
God.
really creepy and will for sure make the survivor make mistakes. Of course, the dredge comes with 3 unique perks. We won't go into the details of these perks today, but I can say that they are themed around chaos, secrets, and corruption. Okay, now let's move on to our newest survivor. She's called Hattie Core. And you might know her
I was
from
getting the
some
pronunciation
archive
wrong.
entry that appeared in the past. She appeared 3 times in the archive, actually. So Hattie has a dual heritage. She is born in northern India, but was raised by her adoptive family in Quebec. And so this will be an interesting background to explore through our different cosmetic and also through future archive entries. Addie has a very unique ability to see bleeds. These are areas of the world where the entity's influence intersect with our world. And so Hattie had her share of paranormal adventures and encounters with dreadful beasts from the entity's world, strange creature. And actually, we can see on her body all sort of scratch and marks from these encounters. Of course, Addie will come with 3 unique perks added to the roster of abilities that the survivors are able to equip and use. These are themed around paranormal insight, proficiency with occult items, and her own temerity.
Occult items?
And finally, let's talk about the map. So this time around, we're really excited to introduce a new realm for this chapter. So really, we are going back to the roots of horror, to a classic, something that we see numerous times into different horror novels, movies, and other horror material. And this is a small American town. So we wanted to make sure that we created something domestic, something familiar. And so for the dredge map called the Garden of Joy, we are featuring one of the house of the perfect town that we talked about earlier. This house looks perfect from the outside. It is like a ghost sitting in the middle of a gloomy forest created by the entity. And when you go inside that house, you'll see how twisted and wrong it is, just like the residents that are hiding all of this darkness in secret. What's really cool about this new realm is that in the future, we will be able to explore it again, but in other contexts than in the dredge perfect town.
What?
So this realm is built from different memories, from different characters. And so we'll be able to explore different cities wrapped inside that same realm. All right, that was the whole content of our newest chapter, Roots of Dread. I hope you are as excited as us.
So other
to
characters
try
have
this new
memories
content.
associated with
We'll
this?
be able to do so right
wonder
after
if that
this
means
event
they are
as we
gonna
go
bring,
live
like,
on the PTB.
Her brother Jordan
The chapter will
in
become
as a
available to all
legendary-
on June 7th.
June 7th.
So thank you
okay.
again for listening today, and thank you for an incredible year of Dead by Daylight.
Roots of Dread.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Dr. Italo Brown, emergency physician, and this is Dead by Daylight. All right. So why is this person sitting? Oh, now that's actually kind of dope. It looks like he was injured or something, and she came through and rubbed this man's back. Look, if we could start prescribing back rubs in the emergency department, I promise you, I would let the thing fly. Everybody, you get a back rub. You get a back rub. Straight up on some, Oprah level stuff. It's actually funny because there is evidence that back rubs help. They help physiologically. People say that it lowers heart rate, lowers blood pressure.
I feel like he's calling out the accuracy of our healing abilities in game. Next, he's going to say we shouldn't be able to survive these wounds.
Yo, I've seen all in your back. Wait a minute, bro. Oh, dude, no. Wait a minute. All right.
Leave the hook in.
I had to pause.
You're going to bleed out.
This man got thrown on a hook. And I've seen this in a bunch of different movies, so it's really accurate. These like butcher hooks are real. Obviously, if someone ended up on one, it was intentional, in my opinion. From that angle, I'm pretty sure it's piercing, one of the ventricles of the heart, right? So the heart, we know, is like this, right? That left ventricle is kind of posterior and it sits to the side as if I took a football and held it, with the laces kind of downward, right? So if that goes through that left ventricle, man, he's dead. There ain't no pulling yourself up off of it. You know, sir. Yeah, I don't believe it. You're not walking away from this at all. That's a fact. If you're enjoying this analysis, make sure you head over to Dead by Daylight's YouTube channel for the full video later on this week, okay? Happy 6th anniversary, y'all. Peace.
The full video of all the inaccuracies. The medical inaccuracies that you could not survive in this game. Even the doctors out here roasting DBD. But all we need to know, is there a 4% chance you could live? These are the jerseys I was talking about that the parkour people were wearing. You can buy these. Oh, and you can get it embroidered with your name on the back.
You see a lit hex totem. What do? A, disassemble it. B, leave it be. Probably haunted ground. C, turn it into a boon totem. D, point at it, but let your teammates deal with it.
I agree with Galaxy. A, if it glows, it goes. Okay, sorry, I'm not gonna play with my totem this time. So I won't miss the blood point code like I did last time. I thought y'all were saying that the second code was worth 200k, but I understand now that you meant that 200k, 100k for each code, that they had given out 200k so far. I didn't even see the code. I just saw y'all put it in the chat, and I was like, oh crap, I missed the code. So I'm gonna stay on the ball because I'm a professional streamer and I'm not gonna miss another code. I appreciate y'all having my back on that. I didn't see it. I was like, what? There's a code? I will die on this glowing hill. Roots of Dread. I wonder what they mean about we're gonna... Oh, where do we order those shirts? It's on shop.deadbydaylight.com. Shop.deadbydaylight.com. You can get those jerseys. Or the cat and dog stuff. Whatever you want. Lots of stuff there. What is that? Mardi Gras? What is that?
Hey there, everybody. I'm Justin, one of the product managers on Dead by Daylight. Still stuck in this fog from earlier, but this time joined by a new partner.
Hi, I'm May.
It's
I am
May.
a Twitch-lurking, dog-snuggling influencer manager on Dead by Daylight.
So, since a Dead by Daylight anniversary wouldn't be the same without a celebration in the fog, both May and myself are here to share with you what's going on for the Dead by Daylight 6th anniversary in-game event. So, last year we had a really fun one, but the team has taken a hard look at what worked and what didn't, and we're trying to find ways to take it even further for the 6th anniversary, which is actually starting on our real anniversary this year. So the event
16th,
starts
yeah.
on June 16th. I think it's really cool. So for the theme this year, the Fog is going to be celebrating something called the Twisted Masquerade. Now, this is meant to be a real party in the world of Dead by Daylight that's being hosted in the entity's name by someone lurking in the shadows, I've heard.
Everyone loves a masquerade, so we've really tried to run with the theme and taken our decorations to the next level. As you might have already noticed in this broadcast, we've added this gorgeous midnight blue to our usual black and gold color palette.
That's what the blue
and you'll see
is
it all over
for.
the Entity's realm during this event. We're also reskinning the Killer Shack and the exit gates, and there's going to be some really cool, creepy effects because of it. Expect the entire fog to be decked out to the nines.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that we're decorating for really the first time, like proving just how big this whole celebration really is. We really want this to feel like a party and a celebration. So everything is really going to play on this masquerade theme in some interesting ways, beginning with our anniversary cosmetics. So last year was the second year that we actually did the crown collection, where mechanic-wise, players would run around, find pedestals, and collect a crown for that specific character. But this year, with this masquerade theme, we wanted to find ways that we could really push it further and deliver an even bigger payoff when it came to the cosmetics that you'd be able to collect.
So while you'll still be hunting down pedestals in your trial, this time you're going to be grabbing invitations to the Twisted Masquerade. Collecting those invitations will earn you one of 12 possible cosmetics as killer or survivor. And since we're going to a masquerade, it's going to be beautiful hand-designed masks. Last year, while you could earn cosmetics for every single original character, it was the same crown for each and every one of them. We feel like that's run its course, and we wanted to do something a little more special this year. This year, we're focusing on one original survivor and one killer for every year of Dead by Daylight. The mask you earn will only be wearable for that specific character because it's tailor-made to suit their personality and style. The masks are also going to be earned randomly. So even if you're playing as Dwight, you might earn one for Elodie or the Spirit.
And I mean, if you guys have actually seen it on the table.
So it's kind of like what they did for
That's
Lunar, right?
So while we are focusing on a smaller subset of characters, they're going to make much more meaningful additions to your collection and look pretty sweet, if I do say so myself.
Absolutely. I mean, I've had to resist just putting this one on and trying to run away with it. Been told many times I can't take it home with me, so I'll have to settle for just earning it in-game. And similar to what we did for our Halloween event, the Midnight Grove, the 6th anniversary will also include an event tome. So what's great about this is we're going to have 2 full levels of challenges and lore that's directly tied to the Twisted Masquerade. And one big addition in this is going to be the community challenges. So last year, if you were around doing our community challenges, we were communicating on this via our social media channels. And we feel like the players really enjoyed this, but we want to bring it a little closer to directly in-game.
There'll be an entire top track dedicated to these community challenges. On that, you can track both the global progression of everyone making effort towards these community challenges and your own direct contributions. Your own direct contributions are important because you're going to have to work, and you can't just take advantage of everyone else's hard work.
Exactly, but while the players are waiting for the community to catch up so that they can go on to the next challenge, there will be a set of personal challenges below on each level that you can work towards. And I mean, these are going to also give you a little bit more background on what's happening for the story behind the scenes of the archives and of the Twisted Masquerade. I mean, you're going to be earning event cosmetics either way, so definitely take the time, try to finish all of them.
So what about Dredge and Hattie? Are they getting something for this masquerade?
So since these are actually our 2 new characters coming in, it's important that we're treating them as our guests of honor for the Twisted Masquerade. So if you're seeing from any of the content that we're sharing, both Dredge and Hattie are getting full outfits themed for the event that you can unlock, split between the community goals and the personal goals.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you want all of it, you have to do both.
And they're really worth getting, so I suggest you do. And we also have some very cool, very gross charms, like this 6th anniversary Rancid Cupcake, a pop-up card, and my personal favorite, a skull with a little party hat.
Oh, I
and
love that.
That's definitely a reminder of the last person who tried to bring a party hat into the fog.
You try and
Anthony doesn't like fun. So for a few final touches on the event, we're bringing back some things from last year that worked really well, like our loading screens with developer comments and selected art. So as you're loading up into your game, you're going to see quotes from wacky folks like myself, May, and others, and really bring you a bit closer to the really cool people who worked on Dead by Daylight.
That's cool.
On top of this, we're going to be bringing back our daily discounted Shrine of Secrets. So instead of it cycling on a weekly basis, we're going to be changing all of the perks every single day and be providing you a discount, so it costs less iridescent shards for every single perk available during the event. On top of that, because we know you guys love blood points, we're going to be doing a weekend blood hunt event. And then, again, still not done, we're going to be giving a lot of login currencies. So, you know, if that's not enough blood points for you, not enough rift fragments, not enough iridescent shards, players will be able to earn more of these, you know, just by logging in.
It's definitely not the time to save your pennies for a rainy day. There's so much fun stuff to get. Take advantage. But for now, on behalf of everyone, I just want to say thanks again for another amazing year of Dead by Daylight. And we'll see you in the fog on June 16th for the Twisted Masquerade.
We'll see you there.
I did get a screenshot of the mask, but some of the text was in front of it, blocking like whose mask was whose. I don't know if there's a clean shot of it. What's happening?
心臓が助けて
Whatever you do, don't answer your phone. Oh my god. What was that?
We're very excited to share some great news about the DBD mobile game.
Tell me.
So we had a big update in Japan at the end of April, and the results are amazing. We want to progressively release this to the rest of the world too. In the United States, there will be a closed beta test in the next few weeks, so stay tuned for that.
Version?
You should know there's going to be quite a lot of new features in this version of the game. Leaderboards, quick matches, team system. We're also improving many aspects of the game. There's going to be visual improvements on the performance, fluidity of gameplay, and the control layout, and the new player tutorial. Also, there's going to be some brand new rewards added and some unique customization. More news are going to be coming very soon.
Oh, it sounds like the NetEase version is for Asia Pacific, right? So does that mean they're bringing that over here? Because I heard it runs way better. Oh my god, you know, the dating simulator. The dating simulator is real. Oh my god. Hooked on You, or what is it? DVD dating simulator. What is it called? Hooked on You. Oh my god. It's a real thing. We knew this was coming because they trademarked it.
If you had told me when we launched this game that I'd be here 6 years later with my feet in the sand announcing a Dead by Daylight dating sim, I would have never believed you. And that is what makes today such an amazing day. I'm excited to be able to announce that Hooked on You, a Dead by Daylight dating sim, is quickly coming. So it is a crazy idea. It's an absurd concept.
You think?
But we are always looking for new ways to tell our Dead by Daylight stories. And our fans have shown us over the years just how thirsty they are for more background and more stories about our characters. So last year we did an official community survey exploring new ways, potentially, of expanding the universe of Dead by Daylight. And I think the third one was Dating Simulator. And that was a surprise, but you know what? We decided to go for it.
Honey Bear won't
this was
sleep
a tall
until
order. We needed to find the right people to do this justice, to really treat this properly so that it didn't turn out as insane as it sounds.
Paul, you better play it. Oh, I can't wait
So
till
we
I go
decided
on
to
my
go with
date
some
to the beach with the
specialists
trapper.
out there. Some people that made a little game called "I Love You, Colonel Sanders," that was very well received. And I'm very happy to have with me today Alexei from PsyOp to talk a little bit. He's the creative director for the upcoming Dead by Daylight dating sim.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited that I got to create such a unique take on such a really serious and kind of grim world, and bring it into a little bit of hearts and butterflies, and shine some rosy, warm light on it.
That's awesome. So yes, you're absolutely right. We created a very grim universe, and we asked you to do something extremely silly with it.
Yeah.
How does one go about making this right?
Sure. Well, I like to say that when making a project that seems as off-kilter and unexpected as this, the big gimmick for me is that there is no gimmick. It is a serious game that we take really seriously when we create it, and we treat all of the characters with a sense of humor, but with sort of deep respect as well, so that we can make a really compelling game that does justice to the expectations that fans have, and the expectations that these characters would have if they were slightly more real.
So it's a matter of really finding a new, interesting context in which these characters can actually express a different side of themselves.
Yeah, so, the story that we're creating is very much not a canon story for the Dead by Daylight
Important
universe.
to put it out there.
Want to make sure that's clear. That being said, we want to create something that really does justice to the truths that have been established. So we started someplace as far away as we could by thinking about, what is the brightest and happiest kind of take on this world? Well, maybe it's something like the beach episode of a sitcom or an anime series, and then kind of pull our way back into that main core experience of what's going through these killers or survivors' minds at any given moment, and try and make sense of those two worlds playing together and see what kind of crazy stuff comes from it.
So obviously one of the main questions that people have is, what characters from Dead by Daylight will I be able to interact with in this?
Sure. Well, leaning into that kind of sitcom or anime kind of cliches and tropes, and then kind of turning them on their head, we decided to take 4 killers, since killers are the most monstrous and inhuman characters in the world, and make them as human as we could by assigning 4 kind of typical TV trope archetypes to them. So we've got the Trapper, who is standing in as the jock.
God.
We've got the Huntress, who is standing in as the overachiever. We've got the Wraith, who is playing the nerd. And we've got the Spirit, who is the goth.
That's amazing. And it's interesting also as a take, because those sort of archetypes, those cliches from horror movies from forever ago, are things that we tried to not erase, but we tried to avoid when we did Dead by Daylight, especially on the survivor side. We had them much more be humans and relatable. So it's really interesting to see those things that are very important to the horror genre be represented in this.
Yeah, in writing the experience, it made for a really fun twist. And what we recognized when we dug as deep as we could into the lore and talked so much with your team is that all of these killers come from a really human place to begin with. They've all suffered some sort of trauma or some sort of really dark thing in their past that bringing them into this kind of comedy scenario, but still exploring their real lore, it was just like pretty wild. So we had a lot of fun with it.
Very cool. And who, as the player...
Oh, we're going to fix
it was an
them.
interesting choice to figure out who the player would be in this scenario.
Well, we want to let the player play as themselves. So this is an interactive branching story, and you will get to make decisions that define who you are. There is no canon version of yourself. And we thought that that was a great way to really do justice to the huge amount of diversity and variety in the Dead by Daylight audience.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to
Huntress
make sure
is the
that the 4
overachiever.
killers who you get to romance really represent 4 very different types of relationship, and you get to be yourself and see which killer is right for you as you make honest decisions in response to some terribly strange questions.
That's awesome. A very important piece of also building that world and really giving the ambiance, the gravitas it needed, is the music.
Yeah.
And you got a really cool opportunity in there.
Yeah, we worked directly with Michel, the composer for Dead by Daylight, to make sure that even though we took this to a very different sonic place of marimba and steel drums and some jazz flute solos or Spanish guitar, we still got to express that kind of core DNA of Dead by Daylight and give people something that's new and unique, but also kind of true to the original game that they love so deeply.
Yeah, Michel was kind of happy to be able to try his hand at a few different styles that he hadn't. And I think he surprised both of us with the jazz flute.
Wait for it.
It
Dead
may
by
seem
Daylight
like an
official
odd thing to say
soundtrack,
about something
Volume
that sounds
3.
and looks
Michel
so different,
F.
but
April's
we wanted to make sure that it really
Hooked
feels
on You
fresh,
Dating
but
Simulator
authentic.
soundtrack.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to join us here in sunny Montreal for this little beach moment. I can say that this is one of the most out there things that we've ever done, and I'm very, very excited about this. You obviously want more details. There will be more information coming, but for now you should know you'll be able to get your little hands on Hooked on You, a Dead by Daylight dating sim this summer on Steam. And if you do that, you'll also get a unique charm in Dead by Daylight.
Dirty dog. I see what you
Now,
did there.
thank you again to all of our fans. Thank you for making this possible for us. And for once, I will say, I'll see you on the beach.
You want to keep your cosmetic collection complete, huh? I mean, typically dating sims are pretty cheap.
We're almost done here, but we have one more question for you. What would you like us to wrap the show with?
A special surprise!
A, some more new content? Or B, a special surprise?
I don't know. What do you mean by more new content? What do you mean by more new content? I want the special surprise. What if both answers are the same? All right, well, special surprise seems to be in the lead. Yes?
Well, that's a wrap for our 6th anniversary broadcast, and to an amazing year of Dead by Daylight. I hope you enjoyed yourself. The PTB for our latest chapter, The Roots of Dread, is live now, so go try it, have fun. Again, a huge thank you to our entire team, and to you, our amazing community. You know, time really flies. It seems like just yesterday that during our 5th anniversary, we revealed to you that we were going to do a Resident Evil chapter. Your reaction was so good at the time that we wondered, why stop there?
Oh, what? Oh! Oh, we get to see Meg get yeeted again. No, show the yeet. I need the yeet. Yeet. Resident Evil Project W coming soon. What's Project W? Do y'all know? Wesker? W's for Wesker? Is that canon from Resident Evil Project W? Are y'all familiar with that term? Project Waffle. It's PTB time! Are you gonna play the PTB now? You want to? Well, no word of a lie. I am gonna pre-order cases of those Funko Pops. 4 characters in case. They come cases of 6. I'm gonna order cases. I'm not even joking. Get in here. What? You're in it already? Wait, what is this?
you know, your classic horror characters that you...
Oh my God! Jesus Christ!
I blinded him, I stunned him, so I was able to run away. See, did he get me?
Ah! That scared me.
It's our family photo, okay? Was the good? Was the good?
Peekaboo! Peekaboo!
Oh my God. It went by so fast. It was Huntress, Doctor, Claudette. Who was the fourth one?
20 subs if the hatch spawns right here.
Oh, Carlo.
Ja, spawn, du Scheißding.
Brave? I can't believe they wouldn't go with Trapper first. Trapper's the guy. Brave, Doctor, Huntress, Claudette. I'm not complaining.
Love how that
I'll take whatever. I'll take whatever.
Watch this.
I know this guy.
What? No way.
Look at him go, dude.
It's shaking. The poppers
I
like a
remember that moment.
Judge with the hammer.
Oh, is he
he's sentencing people.
Objection! Objection, Your Honor. Objection.
Honorable mention to Judge Bubba.
Yes, I did it! Oh, yeah! That's me!
Oh my goodness. Stay away from that, ma'am. Do not touch my bone.
Oh, he's got Blood Warden, baby. Oh, let's go!
You can blind from that distance with a flashbang?
Yeah.
Somebody in the locker.
Oh my God,
No!
Lexi.
No, that one. That one.
Eu queria uma parede safe pra ficar aqui até o Make Your Choice acabar. Ai! Meu Deus, isso foi horrível!
What is he expecting from this?
Oh my God, Granny.
Oh, my second performance. Oh my God.
Nice.
Hello? Anonymous with a $500 dono? Whoa.
Oh
my God.
What if they're going to do this event
iconic.
again?
I'm so happy
next
to
month.
see that live. What?
Oh my God. Oh! It's me whenever I play against Pansy.
And a little higher.
Oh, that was nice.
Not me being better.
That was nice.
아니 자세 너무 어려워.
Wait, I want to do it.
The box. You opened it. I came.
You'll know Elvira. Matthew, Elvira
Yeah, you
is
did.
ready.
Oh God.
Start those negotiations. We want her.
What?
Got it.
Man, maybe I need to start throwing down these flashbangs a little further away from the killer. Yeah, we love King on this channel. We're just messing around.
Why
no
did I
hatred
do
towards
that?
King. Ben! Oh, jeez.
But why? I got this, bro.
I'm definitely going to play the PTB. I just want to appreciate all my all my fellow Fog Whisperers moments here.
Oh, someone clip that.
That was sick.
ちょっとバグってる。
Oops.
ちょっとあんた。
Don't see this bug as much as you used to. It's pretty
かつ
rare
て見た
now.
ことないね、このゆっくりなチェイスしてるな。ゆっくりなチェイスしてるな、これ。いや、これスローモーションなのかな。
Slow-mo controller players.
You spanking?
Spankies! Spank, spank, spank,
Oh my god. I can't wait to prestige infinitely. What are the additional benefits going to be for that?
Phil, please. Phil! He's dead.
I don't feel so well. Ew, and I stink. Oh, great, you're here to unhook me.
I just did my nails, so you can understand my situation.
Yeah, no problem, I guess. There are others, like Felix. I'd unhook you, but then I'd be sick too. Yeah, but you could cleanse after, and then we can... He's gone. Meg!
Nope.
Right.
Awesome. Help me understand what the new prestige means. Barrerine! So, okay, so to get to level 50, where you would be able to prestige, you would have most likely unlocked the teachables along the way anyway, right? Because you start to get the teachables at 30, 35, and 40. So by the time you get to 50 and you're ready to prestige, you will have unlocked the teachables. So when you prestige that character, then all of your other survivors or killers, depending on who you're prestiging, are automatically going to get those perks in their inventory. So you know how like every time a new character comes out, for me for Survivor, I have to go through whatever it is, 27 survivors, and give all of those survivors the new perks? Well, if I just get to the level 50 and prestige that new character, all of my existing survivors are gonna have their perks like that. So it's gonna save me so many blood points from doing that, right? So how will that affect people who are already P3? Well, it should unlock all of their perks for all the existing characters that you have, which will help me on Killer, because there's a lot of characters that I don't have the teachables unlocked on all the killers. So everybody I've prestiged, they're going to give all those teachable perks to all the other killers, which is going to help me quite a bit. All right, so we're going to do the PTB now. You still have to go through the blood webs to tear them up. I think it said it will give them to your other characters at the levels in which you have them unlocked. So if you tear up their perks along the way, then they'll get them at those levels. I think that was what it said. I may be wrong about that. Okay, so this is done. So let me turn this off. And let's see here now. So we're going to turn off this display capture, and I'll go into Steam. Move this over here. And I'll start to download the PTB, which hopefully it won't take me too long. No, Prestige 1. Do you think if you don't have someone prestige, everyone else will lose their perks until we prestige? No, like if you've like unlocked it with Shrine of Secrets or something, you mean? Okay, so we're going into my library, and Dead by Daylight properties, betas, PTB. Downloading. How much is it? Oh god, it's only okay, 1.5 gig, which isn't too bad. Instead of 22. We're 1/3 of the way done. Wow. We're halfway done. Let's go. Okay. 2/3 done. All right, let me close this stuff off. Albert Wesker, I can't even. All right, put my chat over here. Can we talk about the dating simulator? That's what I'm most excited for. Really? I mean, it does look fun, and I'll definitely play it. I've never been a person who was like, Colonel Sanders, I love you, I have to play this or something, but it is Dead by Daylight, so we're going to be doing it. Time to see if Polly can spot my quotes. Wait a minute, the anniversary quotes are going to be in this thing already? I'm going to try to do the PTB. Well, let's see what we got here. How are we doing? Verifying the files. It's all downloaded. We are 30% verified. Shouldn't be long. This is quick. I love the anniversary. How about you? Oh my gosh, I feel like we got spoiled with so many things. I wanted Candyman. Me too, Cuban chick. They did say you could transform the dredge into whatever you want, so I'm going to transform them into Candyman. Can I do that? Does that work? I'm very wary of perk fixes. Yeah, that sounds like a lot. I wonder what that's going to look like. 40 perks. I know they've been gradually trying to make other perks more attractive to shift the meta and get new combinations in. But, you know, it doesn't seem to have shifted the meta very much. They need to buff the Trapper. I missed the part about the pops. Is there a release date? They said by the end of the year, which is good enough for me. Good enough for me. Oh no, poor Otts when all the perk changes happen. Okay, we're going. It's loading. We're doing the thing. Game capture. Properties. Capture specific window. This one. I'm sad that so much stuff got leaked. Well, I mean, they still gave us a lot of information, I would say. I wouldn't say it was a waste of time by any means to watch the stream, would you? Like, there was so much info in there. I'm interested to see how this finisher Mori is going to be. Hooked on You will be a flop. I mean, those aren't very labor-intensive games, I don't think. Like the what do you call that? Like visual novel? I don't think like it takes a lot. They're mostly just still art that shifts from one to the other, and then you have somebody who just writes a storyline for a choose your adventure. I don't think it's a big deal. Maybe I'm oversimplifying it, but could we look over the masks while we wait? Let me see. Let me find that screenshot. You realize there's going to be people who are going to buy it simply for the charm, right? Ooh, the masks look cool. Like I said, my screenshot, Twisted Masquerade. My screenshot has some of the text on it, so let me show you what they look like here. I have received a gift. I got 1,000,000 blood points. Look at me go. Add image. Twisted Masquerade. Oh, there is a new campfire scene. Hang on. I'm not an Attack on Titan fan, so y'all have to tell me if they did it justice. I've never seen Attack on Titan. Okay, so along the top we have the artist, the death singer, the huntress, the spirit, the trapper, the trickster, Ace, Visconti, so the bottom ones are all survivors. I can't be that second one. I don't know who. They said Dwight there was the one on the table in the middle. Yeah, I'll have to go back through and see if there's a part where the text isn't on the screen. And Yui at the end. So I don't know who 3 of these are. Jane is the 4th one. The Rose is Jane. Ace, Elodie, Dwight. Dwight, Jane, and then who's the 5th one? Moon and Stars is Michaela. That could be. Sounds right to me. Attack on Titan looks kind of bad. Kate or Michaela. There aren't enough letters for me to tell on that one. Huntress Mask is fire. It's Zarina, yeah? Zarina Kassir? Isn't there? I don't know. It'll be fun though. Happy to catch your stream. I always watch your YouTube videos. Thanks very much. Okie dokie. Okay. Whoa. Grade reset. So I have like 1.7 million blood points to play with here. Okay. What should we do? Door. Play as survivor? Oh, here she is. Hattie Core. Hattie is a brave and determined podcaster with the ability to see and feel places of great suffering that she calls the overlaps. They talk about the overlaps in the archives. Her personal perks, inner focus, residual manifest, and overzealous allow her to track survivors and killers after an attack, use flashlights more effectively, and repair generators more efficiently. Oh, y'all are gonna hate me. Y'all are gonna hate me. We got new universal perks? What? One of them is a killer one related to boon totems? Hattie spent her youth in a household brimming with love. Her mother, Professor Basant Kaur, moved across the world to teach agricultural science at a university in Trois-Rivières, Quebec. Her father, Rejan Singh, found remarkable success with a catering business in the small Quebecois town. Her house constantly swirled with the wonderful aromas of cumin, chilies, masala, cardamom, and fresh, steaming naan pulled from a tandoor oven. Her earliest memories were filled with stories of India, and on her 10th birthday, her parents promised to visit Punjab just after the new year. Oh yeah, her parents died. During the holiday season, her parents went to a party with their closest friends, Maurice and Francois Roy. When Hattie called her parents to say she felt sick, they left in a hurry, driving through the winding, snow-swept roads of rural Quebec. Rejan lost control of the car, skidding into an icy, gnarled forest. It would be 2 days before their bodies were found trapped in the vehicle. As Hattie's fever broke, the police arrived at her doorstep, telling her that they had not suffered. But Hattie was old enough to know the police were just being kind. The next morning, she woke up with white hair. Oh, I thought that was a style choice. And a question that would haunt her for the rest of her life. The Wa took Hattie in, doing their best to fill the hole left by her parents. Despite the enormous loss, Hattie was again surrounded with love, the love her adoptive parents had for their son Jordan, and the love the three had for her. But the trauma of losing her parents seemed to unlock something within her. She began to see things nobody else could see, Horrible, unnatural, unexplainable things, apparitions tormented her in class, at home, and in bed. Don't you hate it when apparitions torment you in bed? Her unexpected screams earned her the nickname Helly Hattie, only adding to her attention and anguish. Once a cheerful and social child, Hattie walled herself off to the world. With time, Hattie realized her uncanny abilities only triggered in certain areas, dark areas. It was as though there were places in the world where another dimension somehow bled into our own. Jordan called these intersecting areas the overlaps, and they seemed to give Hattie insight into a dark, shadowy world straight out of a cosmic horror story. When Hattie graduated from high school, she felt an inexplainable tug to discover who her parents were, and to raise money for a trip to India, her brother Jordan suggested that they use her abilities to explore and document all the haunted places in Quebec, starting with a haunted asylum. And at the Doria Institute, Hattie could see and hear residual memories, patients, doctors, and so much more. While recording her impressions at the Institute, she offhandedly called the encroaching dimension the Ravage, Ravages of the Abyss, since it not only assaulted her with memories from all times and places, but also gave the sense of feeding off psychic energy. The Ravage, she sensed, was a living mosaic of human suffering that was slowly corrupting and devouring the world. She concluded that they needed to investigate more to see if there was anything to her hypothesis. Jordan presented the footage and recordings to their uncle Stefan, who helped them turn what they had documented into a web series. Within days of uploading the first episode, Ravages of the Abyss was a viral hit. True crime fans, ghost chasers, and skeptics flooded the comments with their own theories of what she was experiencing, and Stefan handled the production, and before long he presented Hattie with her first check as a professional podcaster. Now with a working budget, Hattie was able to investigate the most haunted places in the world, seeking answers about the Ravage. Her investigations led her to a secluded island where once an entire town had mysteriously disappeared, leaving dozens of empty homes. Is this the Garden of Joy? She never felt such a strong influence of the Ravage as she did here. It pulsed with suffering and cruelty and repressed darkness. Hattie absorbed the emotions of the ghost town and closed her eyes. Calming herself and silencing her mind, she began to hear guttural screams and cries and whimpers. And when she opened her eyes again, she could see the scintillating orange residual memories of people tearing each other apart in the mud and rain. Then everything disappeared as a much older version of her stepbrother beckoned her from one of the homes, and she chased after him, only to stop suddenly with the realization that the Ravage was toying with her emotions, playing tricks on her, making her see things that couldn't possibly be real. So the entity is what she calls the entity, the Ravage. The encounter nearly put Hattie off the project entirely, but she was now the linchpin for a company that had fed her family. Her uncle Stefan continued to line up sites to visit, and after a personal trip backpacking across India, Hattie carried on subjecting herself to the horrors of the Ravage. While investigating a haunted World War II bunker in the Alps, this is in the lore, the Rift, Hattie heard someone faintly crying out for help in Punjabi. Snow flurried in the bunker as a tunnel suddenly opened to a snow-covered forest. A horn blared in the distance and faded away. She saw the glow of red lights through a wall of snow and felt her heart skip a beat as she rushed to a crumpled blue car pinned between two massive pine trees. And through the shattered windshield, she saw the bodies of her parents stuck in pools of frozen blood. Hattie narrowed her gaze and saw tiny plumes of vapor floating from their trembling blue lips. And with a profound sense of urgency, she rushed around the wreck, trying her best to push, pull, and kick her way in, all to no avail. As she cried out to them, she was sorry for being sick, that the accident was all her fault, and their eyes snapped open. Oh God, that's That's not scary. And in unison, they answered the question that had anchored her life to their death. Yes, Betty, we suffered. That's horrifying. With a terrible cry, Patty fell back into the snow as ice tendrils wrapped around her and pulled her down into a world of endless darkness. Wow. We have not looked at the Dredge lore yet. Inner focus. You've honed your ability to see through the haze of the ravage. You can see other survivors' scratch marks. Oh, that's weird. Within 32 meters of you. Whenever another survivor loses a health state within 32 meters of you, the killer's aura is revealed to you for 3 seconds. That's interesting. The death, the trauma, the fear, it all leads here. The overlap. Patty Core, Ravages the Abyss, Episode 11. Residual Manifest. A lifetime of chasing the darkness has taught you that the best disinfectant is light. After successfully blinding the killer is affected by blindness for 20 seconds. Oh, blindness status effect. So they're not actually blinded for 20 seconds. So blindness status effect would mean you can't see auras. Would the killer be able to see scratch marks? Not sure. This perk grants the ability to rummage through an open chest once per trial and will grant a free basic flashlight. So if you are affected by blindness and you're running fixated, or whatever they call it now, can you see your own scratch marks? Are scratch marks visible with blindness? I don't know the answer to that. I'll never see what Hattie sees, but so long as I'm with her, I know I'm safe. Jordan Waugh, Ravages of the Abyss, Episode 5. So it's just going to be auras then, not scratch marks? I don't know. Overzealous. Fighting back against the Ravage motivates and inspires you. After cleansing any totem, this perk activates and your generator repair speed is increased by 4%. Oh, that's going to be pretty good. Like if you're somebody who uses inner healing. How long? This perk deactivates when you lose a health state. So you get a plus 4% repair speed for doing a totem. The Ravage senses us. We need to work fast. Huh. Okay. Well, y'all here now. I feel I'm gonna ready up. I'll ready up because y'all waited this long. I'll ready up. We shouldn't wait long because well, what the hell is that? What is that? What's floating? What the hell is that? Where did it go? I do need to go look at the universal perk for killer. Well, they're all here now. If I go look at the killer, you know, if I go look at the killer now, I'm kicking them out of the lobby. At least let me play one game with them. So check it out. Plus, I gotta spend all these blood points. I got nothing. What do I got? 1.7 million? How many blood points can you spend in 30 seconds? Might be scarier to see it cold for the first time. It could be. She took a page out of Michaela's book. So this is some kind of a paranormal investigator device, right? It's like an EMP or something. You hold out the wand and get readings off your machine. Something like that. It's gotta be. The microphone was floating. No perks. I need that blood point stimulus in the PTB. Do you want to do customs after this? Probably. I'm in a match and the survivor just healed while running. What? Did they have like renewal or something? Or they're like running and healing themselves at the same time? It could have been a needle. It could have been renewal. Could have been adrenaline. Oh, you said we're not in EGC yet. Yeah. Probably renewal, if I had to bet. Oh, you know what? Now that it's PTB and people don't have to worry about their items because items don't count, it definitely could be a syringe. What is this? Lock. Ah! Oh god, I don't know what you're gonna do to me, but I don't like it. Lock. How many can I lock? Can I lock them all? How do I unlock it? Oh, I can't go in it when it's locked. We're just gonna lock them all. We locked them all. Oh, look at the tree. It's like a weeping willow. Hi. Can you lock a survivor in? I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, what's this? Treehouse? What is this? A vehicle? What is it? Hello? Hello? Can you loot, bro? What is he doing? Ah! Whoa. Can you even loot, bro? What's happening? What's happening? What is happening? Ooh. Begonias. I don't know what's happening here. Dark in here. Is there a gen in here? Radiator. Oh, happening. Can you go up here? Dark in here. Did we turn on the lights? Oh, why is there a lamp on the wall? What's happening? I can't see anything up here. Light switch. Activate. What is this? It's broken and floating. I don't know if there's a gem in here. If there's a gem in here, I sure can't see it. We're locking them all. Here, yeah, get in there. Well, never mind. What's that? Oh. Oh, it got darker. Oh, what is that? What's happening? Ah, what are you Patty sounds so wrong. All the survivors sound like that. Oh, this is creepy. I don't want to be part of your massive bodies. Don't absorb me into your blobness. Oh, there's is that a motel over there? Do they have a mori? They don't have a mori. Ow! So is that her hair that turned white and then she dyed it blue? Oh god, what's happening here? Kind of a... Well, I don't know where I'm going. What is going on here? What is this place? Hello? Oh, I can't go there, whatever that is. What is this? Oh, you can't get in that building at all. Oh, that's an exit gate? Let me see. I think? Where? Oh, you're right. It is. That's the exit gate. Never mind. Oh, here's another building. This map is the size of Belgium. Well, I've never been to Belgium, but I'll take your word for it. So is this a basement? Is this a shack? What is this? Hi. Oh no. Who turned out the lights? I don't like that. Oh, I don't like the little creepy screams either. The game's pretty loud compared to you. Oh yeah, I need to turn the volume down. Yeah. I had it loud for the stream. Give me a second. Okay, so I'll put the game down about here. That's not where I normally have it on stream. It should be better. Thank you for letting me know. Oh. Got potholes here. So when it's really dark, he lights up like a glow stick. Come here, glow stick person. Oh. Tunneler! Okay, how long does that last for? Just 60 seconds or something? That is creepy. I don't know what's more off-putting. All the moaning, wailing from all the bodies on their body, or the darkness. Those noises, 60 seconds. It felt like 60 seconds. Andrew's dead. They're a tunneler. What? We tunneling into PTB? They didn't bring a mori. I am very pissed. We'll do customs after this. The voices of the taken. The voices and screams are creepy. Isn't there an automatic mori? No, they said that. The auto mori, the finishing mori feature is something to have. They hope to have ready by Halloween. This is coming out June 7th. So the chapter after that. Oh, that looks like a good skill check to me. Okay, so honey, so I'm committing. No! I was committing, friends. Yes, that's right. Run away. Don't kick that generator. Ashley's being chased. Ghost Whisperer, thank you for the 5 months and counting. Watch this, we can one tap this gen. Look at this. Look at this. One tap. Oh my god, how are you back so fast? Can't get hit. Oh, that's a fence, thank you. What is it? What are they throwing their hands? Oh no, darkness, darkness. What are they throwing their hands out for? I don't like it, 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 I don't like it. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. I'll play this little back and forth game with you for a little bit though. Oh no. Why are you throwing your hand out like that? Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't know where to go after that though. Oh my god, it's so dark. Is there anything in here? What's in here? What's in here? Oh, there's this. Oh no! Polyester leisure suit, thank you for the 16 months. You look terrifying. Oh, what's happening? That's where I died. I love the killer's selection animation. Oh. When do the codes expire? I don't know. They're probably going to be good for 24 hours, I would expect. They're a turkey killer. You're very welcome for the codes. Okay, so this gen is this much. Ashley's got a pallet to work with here. This is different. Oh! They're kind of gross looking, honestly. When does the new prestige system come out? Good question. I guess we could test and see if that's live now. Oh, that's wrong. It's not bingo day. I did not see the mori yet. See that gate. $1.7 million would be enough to prestige me. Now we just need to be able to craft items. Alex, why would you come in and say that? Did you see the more yet? I said no, and then you like tell me what it is. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I don't understand. Help me understand your reasoning behind that. Help me understand your reasoning. What you mean, oops? What you mean, oops? You like, come in, you see Empire Strikes Back yet? No, not yet. Well, damn, Darth Vader's Luke Skywalker's father. Oops. Okay, do I have the thing? Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this, we could save the builds. This map is bananas. Boop, boop, boop. The map is beautiful. What's the description of the map? gives such Silent Hill vibes. I can't wait for the Resident Evil. So, you think that's going to be... Oh, the floating microphone is disturbing me. You think that's going to be the next chapter then? That they revealed it already? Or do you think it's closer than that? Project W. If the prestige system was live, wouldn't Hattie have all the perks? I suppose you're right. Because all my other prestige characters would have the stuff unlocked for her, right? So let's see. Do I have that? I do not. So I guess that's not live. You're right. So if we just said, okay, we want 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we click, what do we do? Hold this down? 2. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Huh. Yeah, look at that. And 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. Easy peasy. Pretty cool. So, for outfitting, I think that'd be my 1. And then 2, let's say we want to do Lunar New Year. Let's see, with all the Year of charms. Go 1, 2. That's cool. I like that. That's neat. You put your favorite outfits together. Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. I love that idea. That's awesome. Okay. Oh, what is this? Motel sign and gas pump. All right. What do we do here now? Custom game. Let's read the map. Map management. Maps. Garden of Joy. On a privately owned island in the Atlantic, the garden was home to a bustling commune of optimists set on building a better world. Funded by a band of anonymous philanthropists and managed by a charismatic leader, they attempted to rid themselves of dark emotions for fear of summoning the ancient god of shadows. So is the dredge the ancient god of shadows? Dark thoughts corrupted this idyllic community. A mansion sits twisted by darkness and further perverted by the entity's influence, contorting and reconfiguring itself in a maddening serpentine formation, at once familiar and foreign. To look upon it now is to know fear. Okay, so let's see. Killers. The dredge. Hi. Oh my god. Hi. What is happening with your... Oh. You have one eye? What's happening here? Oh. Wow. Hi there. Oh, what is this? What are those sounds? Give him a pet. The dredge, a manifestation of the dark thoughts at a once vibrant community. The dredge is able to teleport between lockers and summon an overwhelming darkness. Its perks, Dissolution, Darkness Revealed, and Septic Touch allows it to destroy pallets, spot survivors near lockers, and afflict healing survivors with blindness and exhaustion. Okay. 4.6 meters per second, so that's a typical 115% speed killer. 32-meter tear radius. They're tall. The Fold was founded on a private American island in the 1960s by a group of anonymous philanthropists. Their goal was to establish a peaceful society free of dark thoughts and emotions, attracting the dismayed, disenchanted, and disillusioned from all over the country. This peace-loving community thrived over the years, and Auto Stamper! Oh, and members freely followed the dictates of its charismatic leader, Auto Stamper. Auto Stamper, who taught his followers the secret of maintaining happiness through joy talk, meditation, and the endless reciting of good thinking mantras. How does he become a CIA agent that works with the Doctor? What? But not all was bliss within the fold, and Otto swiftly banished anyone who confessed to having dark thoughts or speaking dark words. Those he appointed as guardians of the fold were quick to root out malcontents, banishing anyone who thought or spoke against the almost perfect community he had established. Is he a cult leader? In this way, Otto had conditioned Ottomarians to believe dark thoughts were the root of all discontent. He spoke of an ancient god called the Drani, telling them how this god fed on dark memories and desires, and how they needed to expel any and all manifestations of darkness from their hearts for fear of summoning this horror from the land of shadows. So, is the Dredge the Drani? Life was more or less a utopian dream on the island until, that is, the darkness began to slowly leak through the cracks of their spiritual dam, and members began to mysteriously disappear, and it wasn't long before fear closed its septic jaws on the island and refused to let go. The once happy community now gathered in a few homes, chanting all the good-thinking mantras in a desperate attempt to rid their lives of this formless creature that seemed to stalk them in the shadows and consume them in their sleep. Otto tried to quell his followers, telling them that there were malcontents among their ranks and that they alone had summoned the Drani to the Garden of Joy. And as the fold bleeded fear, Otto evoked desperate measures. Ottomarians were restricted to their homes to prevent the spread of rumors and dark talk, while sleep was forbidden to prevent anyone from releasing dark dreams into the world. Wait, sleep was forbidden? Nobody can sleep? Freedom and sleep would return just as soon as the Drani was no longer upon them. But when Ottomarians continued to disappear, Otto assembled his followers near the beach. Dating simulator. Where he placed a screaming woman on a wooden stage, and there in the rain, Otto explained to his drenched, alienated, and sleep-deprived congregation that the woman was a journalist here to destroy everything they had created. Aha! As the guardians held the trembling woman, she screamed that Otto wasn't the savior he claimed to be. He belonged to an ancient cult, an exclusive club of billionaires that took pleasure in corrupting and sacrificing people, towns, and even countries to an elder god. The journalist told them Otto hadn't banished anyone, he had tortured and sacrificed them, and that they would all be next. Without hesitation, Otto slit her throat before she could continue to spread lies. As she collapsed to her knees with her hands clasped around her neck, he told his confused and terrified herd that she was working with others within their ranks and that they needed to find the imposters before the Drani came for all of them. And Otto's words shot over the congregation and reached into the murky recesses of their hearts and dredged up dark and fearful things. Years of suppressed emotions began to bubble up as a thick fog pushed through restless legs and feet. Whispers began, and whispers became panicked mantras, and the mantras became screams and curses as each member accused the next of mal-thinking and mal-speaking. Over the howling wind and pounding rain, the screams and curses grew louder and louder as everyone desperately tried to contain the darkness within. But the harder they tried, the quicker they failed, and within moments the dam burst to release a torrent of hell. Otto watched his once blissful and joyful herd suddenly erupt into violence unlike anything he had ever seen before, and the fold bleated accusations and tore each other to bits and pieces with hands and teeth, and never once did they look up to see their kind and charismatic shepherd smiling down upon them with eyes that were cold, bleak, and without pity. When it was all over, Otto felt the creaking wooden stage shake as a murder of crows circled above. Suddenly, the ground rose and then sank into thick, oozing black mud like molasses. So is this the vision that Hattie had where she said she saw people tearing up each other apart in the mud. Moments later, a formless mass squelched out of the muck and rose like a rearing horse to feed upon the writhing mass of butchered humanity. So Otto isn't the dredge, but he inadvertently created the dredge with everyone's dark feelings coming to the surface. It was everywhere and nowhere at once as it slowly picked its way through the carnage, absorbing the darkness, savoring the misery, trailing terrible noises, shrieks, cries, whimpers, pops, cracks, feasting sounds, death sounds, dark sounds. Otto watched the creature as it slowly began to manifest into the very thing he had imagined, the very thing he made them all imagine. And it turned slowly to look at Otto for a long silent moment, and then the Drawny trudged away through the thick black sludge, disappearing into the shadows from which it had become. So the dredge is the Drawny, right? And Otto manifested it like Frankenstein's monster, and then he went, well, I did that, now I guess I'm gonna go teach the doctor how to shock people. Huh. Not a single mention of the doctor. This is the 60s, though. I don't know what the timeline is for the doctor. It might have been the 70s. Dissolution. Everything turns to dust. It is as inescapable as the coming of the night. 3 seconds after injuring a survivor by any means, dissolution activates for 12 seconds. And while dissolution is active, if a survivor fast vaults over a pallet inside your terror radius, the entity will break the pallet at the end of the vault, and dissolution deactivates. The garden shall be a place of perfect joy, and through joy nothing shall stand in our way. Otto Stamper. The ability that's supposed to make everything dark is useless. The map is not darker at all, and you see the killer in white, so it's actually a benefit for the survivors. Well, I mean, it's supposed to, like what Dave said, it's supposed to mess them up on being able to see loops, not being able to see the killer. Darkness revealed. In your presence, places once thought to be safe are perhaps the most dangerous. When you search a locker, the auras of all survivors within 8 meters of any lockers are revealed to you for 3 seconds. Oh, Lexi Cat ain't gonna like that one. This perk has a 30-second cooldown. Stay in the light, my children. In darkness, your fear will expose you. Otto Stamper. Okay, so Otto's hands are all over this, but this is not Otto. This is Otto's creation. So when they talked about, I wonder if Otto's going to become a future killer, because they talked about building on this map and memories of other characters with it. That sounds like Otto to me. Septic Touch. The land of shadows subsumes all. Healing only delays the inevitable. Whenever a survivor performs the healing action within your terror radius, the survivor suffers from blindness and exhausted. The effects linger for 6 seconds after a healing action is interrupted by any means. Do not admit to fear or pain or doubt. These are the seeds from which darkness grows. Okay, so power, reign of darkness. Like a dark thought, the dredge is difficult to shake, and when night falls, it's nearly impossible. Special ability is called the gloaming. Press and hold the power button to activate. And once activated, the dredge leaves a remnant behind, like a husk. Aim at a locker and press the ability button to teleport into it, or press the attack button to return to the remnant. What? When the remnant is disabled when teleporting to a locker, or when a survivor touches it. Oh, so you could teleport to a locker and then back to your remnant if you think a survivor's going to touch it? Surprise! Let me see. While in a locker, aim at any other locker and press the ability button to teleport again. Wow, we just booping all over the map from locker to locker, huh? Each teleport, consumes a power token. Exiting the locker or returning to your remnant will activate the gloaming's cooldown. after which all power tokens are recharged. Survivors can place locks on the lockers to slow the dredge exiting them. Oh, it doesn't even stop them? The dredge can break the locks by exiting the locker or performing a base attack on the lock. Each locker can only be locked once. Oh, really? So they can go around and smack the lock on the outside, or they can break out if they're inside of it? Huh. So I wonder if that'll be part of like setup for this killer, like anytime you see a lock you should always break it. Anyway, I'm getting way ahead of myself. Special ability, Nightfall. The Nightfall meter builds when a healthy survivor is injured, the survivor is hooked, or the teleport power is used. Oh, you can build Nightfall just by teleporting? The Nightfall meter also fills faster for each survivor in the injured state. Oh boy. Once the Nightfall meter is full, Nightfall begins, and during Nightfall, survivors must navigate in total darkness. Sorry, I just spit. The dredge's teleport is faster with a shorter cooldown, and there is no terror radius. No terror radius! Nightfall ends after 60 seconds. Survivors destroying the remnant also reduces the time of an active Nightfall. Okay, well, we'll understand this better once we play it, I guess. So, is it dark for me too, or just for survivors? Hi. Oh, there's your other eye. I know that. I'm sorry, that's a bone. Okay, I thought that was your other eye hanging here. I just don't know where to look you in the eye. I guess here. Hi. Okay, so we're gonna equip a mori. We need a mori. And I don't know what to bring here. I'm not gonna mess with any of the add-ons. Let's try the perks though. So let's look for something that's new. Septic Touch, that's new. What are the other ones called? Dissolution and Darkness Revealed. So we're going into the D's here. Darkness Revealed. And which one else? Which was new? Dissolution. Dissolution. This one. Dissolution. And then, I don't know, we'll bring Discordance. Okay, we got a Mori. We're gonna do the thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, dang it. Yeah, I want to go look at the boon part. Everybody's talking about it. It must be pretty interesting. A new killer one for the boons. It's good. So this is going to be the thing that everybody has wanted. I want to give it a mani-pedi, a hug, and some marks. Shattered something. You know, Galaxy, when I look at this new killer, I can't help but think, I know how you're a fan of the movie Teeth. Well, never mind. I'm gonna leave it. Oh, I brought that up in chat. Waiting for Fall Guys to go free in the Epic Games Store. Okay, here I am, the darkness. What do I do? Where do I go? Can I port now? Okay, there's my little thingy is charging. My thingy's charging. Turn around. Okay, so now what do I do? Charge, teleport. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. What do I do? No! How do I go? Teleport. Ooh! Now? Ooh, we could go to another one. Look at this. Come on. Wow! Look at me, I'm scary! I'm scaring you! Oh my gosh, you have life? Why are you so fast? Wait for me. I want to give hugs. Hugs. Ah! Look, I can see this person over here. My son is so excited about, vault that pallet, I dare you. My locks! How close you gotta be to bust these locks? There we go. Vault that pallet. Vault it. Vault it. Vault it. Aha! Why you... Dang it, I was hoping to surprise them. Am I gloaming now? Did that happen automatically? I think I am gloaming, because they're all gloaming. Wait, it didn't bust? Why didn't the pallet bust? I thought my thing is supposed to make the pallet bust. Maybe I have to injure them first. Ah! Why didn't it break? I thought my thing is supposed to break. What? Why did you stop streaming on YouTube? Didn't you used to stream on both? Yeah, but Twitch offered me partnership, so I'm supposed to stream only here. And there's a benefit of me being able to stream in better quality here. So that's why we did that. Oh, the perk says within your terror radius. And since I'm in the gloaming, I have no terror radius, and that's why it didn't break. Thank you. Thank you for your big brain information there. That didn't break still, too. I feel like I gotta read all this stuff better. They always fall for the triple. Where'd they go? No, they're not even here. Hey, yeah. Oh, you and your dead hard. Oh. Survivors are gen rushing me. After you injure someone, it's only activated for so many seconds. Okay. Get caught up in all the perk descriptions I see. Okay. Charge my teleport. And then. They're gonna heal there. See. Where did they go? Teleport to a locker. Oh yeah. Can I tell which ones are locked? Is this one locked? This one is locked. Okay. Oh, so it's yellow. Oh my god! You can teleport to a locker with a survivor inside it. Yes, you can. Where's my hooks at, though? The gloaming. This seems more like the Garden of Doom, not the Garden of Joy. Oh, that's close. No. When do the codes expire? I think they're probably good for 24 hours. Normally, live stream codes are good for 24 hours. Oh, well. Kind of a must break, I suppose. Find me in a locker with your teleport. Oh, that's my... Oh. So that's my remnant. Oh, hi. Hello.
Oh.
Hi.
Oh.
Oh. What would be cool is if I absorb them, if you could see like their face in my body now, that'd be amazing. Is the last 66,000 should be. Wow, I seem really far away from that. I wonder if, like, my camera is set way back. It seemed like I was really far away from that. Here's a hook. Here's your hook. What's your hurry? Bates Motel vibes. Oh, here. So now we can teleport back. How do we do that exactly? Man, all my own little moaning sounds, it's gonna make me hard. It's gonna make it hard for me to hear injured survivors with all of the voices of the people in my body already. It's a little disturbing. Want to do that one, please. Locked me in. Boy, I got a killer instinct off this. That's pretty useful. what if I do this? I go down there. Can I teleport to one of those? What's happening? Oh, you can't teleport to a locker that's that close to never mind. You can't teleport to a locker that's too close to a survivor that's hooked. Which is probably a good idea. Oh yeah, look at all that. All of those are blocked by the entity. What's a normal locker pull look like? Come here. Come get in the locker. Yeah, come here. I'm gonna search this. I can't remember. I think Ash is not dead enough. I get why you lock the lockers now. Mm-hmm. Okay, who wants to get moried first? Where do you want to get moried? Hey-ya! Oh my god! The look of surprise on your face. You want to pick a better spot? What's this? Where are we going? Where should we go? Let's go in the house. Ooh, a swing set. You want me to put you on the swing set? How about here? Ooh, look at this spot. This is a good spot. Look at this. Out on the veranda. Ready? To be this way or this way? Oh my goodness. Exciting. That face. That's so freaky. Look at the universal perk. Okay. So, I guess Shattered, you said it was called? Shattered Hope. To capture your prey, you must first extinguish their hope. Whenever you snuff a boon totem, the totem is destroyed instead. Oh, wow. Wow. So then that's going to limit the ability to just reset it. When you destroy a boon totem this way, The auras of all survivors inside the Boon Totem range are revealed to you for 8 seconds. Nothing is permanent here, nothing except our endless perdition, unknown from the Notebook. But James Garner? Ryan Gosling, that one? Rachel McAdams? No, different Notebook. Never mind. Okay. Huh. I mean, it is annoying to have the survivors just come and reset the totem, like in some places, like up in the Ironworks and Misery and stuff. Take like a long time to go up there and get it. Huh. I wonder if this is like a perk they created to combat boons that was going to be for another killer, but they like pushed it up because they felt like there are a lot of complaints about boons. But man, we haven't had a universal perk. Shattered Hope with Pimento. We haven't had a universal perk in a long time. Long time. What is this? Progression disabled in custom matches. Okay. What else? So, options. Controls. Is this where we do the wiggle thing? Beta. Okay, so this is still, the new wiggle interaction is still optional when this comes out in June. So they aren't going with the new wiggle for everybody mandatory yet. It sounded like they were going to, though, didn't it? Can we have 2 challenges in a row now, or is that later? I don't know. Go see. Archives? Later. So, take this and a survivor one. Yeah, no. Nope, we can't pick 2 yet. Can you test if you can lock a locker while a survivor's in it? Sure. Does anyone know when in the live stream they mentioned the Funko Pops? It was the first thing. Was the very first thing. Matthew like made it be like a continuation of the last live stream where he said, before I was so rudely interrupted, Funko Pops. I can't believe it's gonna be real. I was so afraid that they weren't gonna be, because I had seen some Funkoween leaks. Stuff that Funko is revealing coming out for Halloween time. And I thought I'd seen the whole list, and there was nothing Dead by Daylight on there. So I was like, oh, that's a bad sign. But I'm cool if I have to wait until the end of the year. That's good enough for me. Even if it's not ready for Halloween, whatever. And I'm literally gonna buy cases. Maybe I should run this by my wife. Shattered Hope. Cases for us, right? Well, I mean, obviously going to be prizes and stuff. I think they're going to sell out. Like, I think they're going to be pretty strong sellers. I think Funko is underestimating it. Are you going to do an unboxing Polypop style when they arrive? Oh, I wonder if there's chase. I wonder if there's a chase. Customization options. No, we didn't. Normally, there aren't any customization options in the PTB. A hideous amalgam of the lives lost in the garden, hungry for revenge against those who shunned and tried to bury it. That's the dredge. So the arm's called the dredge? Tangled corpus. A coil of limbs and heads that looked suspiciously like those who disappeared in the garden. Oh yeah, there's Sally. Knotted appendage. Some of the body parts formed into a crude and horrifying weapon. Knotted appendage. Thank you, Rep Collector. Can we check the add-ons? Okay, that's fair. An invisible wraith chase. That'd be so cool. That seems like an obvious option. I was thinking maybe prestige. What time is it? 4 o'clock. Probably go till 5. I'm gonna call my mom and of my son. So what are your thoughts on Resident Evil Project W? I mean, you know, I'm not a big Resident Evil fan. I'm not as familiar with the franchise as much of the fan base is, but I know that a lot of there's a lot of crossover. A lot of the people in our community are super Resident Evil fans. I'm not shocked that they went back for another Resident Evil chapter. If you're saying the W stands for Wesker, what's the name of that tall lady with the white hat or whatever? She could also be an option. Who knows? Maybe they'll go back to the well for 3 Resident Evils. They broke the record on the game for... Okay, so you're gonna go in a locker, and we need somebody to come and lock you in, if possible. Yeah, Lady Dimitrescu. If they went for a chapter with Lady Dimitrescu, that would not surprise me either. It makes sense to go back to that well because they had more players than ever before in the game. And if they're redoing RPD map, they're going to be, hopefully, knock on wood, better suited to retain said customers, right? Because let's be honest, nobody's more upset than the staff at Dead by Daylight. Hey, get back in that locker. You in there? Nobody's more upset than the staff at Dead by Daylight for the first impression that a lot of new players had. Because the game was pretty buggy when the last chapter came out. Okay, that's locked. Are you in there? Come lock it. Can you lock it? Hello, friends? Friends? Hello? So I can't search this. Somebody. Charge E, well. You're not in there. Let me out! That is so cool looking. Why won't they come over here? Come over here and lock Andrew in the locker, please. Yeah, you can M1 the lock. Ah! Minute? Or Crow? Wait a minute. Oh, that's on Andrew's locker. Could you come here, please? You have a few minutes so I could speak to you about our Lord and Savior, the Juani? What happens if I board into it and then you open it and I'm in here? You come, yeah, open it, open it, open it, come open it, come open it. Hi. Oh, it's like a reverse grab. That's cool.
Yeah.
Hi, come here.
Yeah.
Come here, please. Yoo-hoo! Survivors! Wow, look at all the floating boards in the air. Somebody just came right through that wall, didn't they? I don't know what to do. They won't come lock you in. Oh, where's that boon? Can you lock him in? Here, can you lock him in? Can you lock him in? Can you lock him in? No? Can't do it? Can't lock another survivor in? No? Okay. Alright, that's what I wanted to know. I mean, I guess that would be a really dumb mechanic to have, you know? Because be like, oh, my toxic teammate locked me in the locker. I hear the boon. We're gonna do it. Aha! Snuff! Oh, it's like I cleansed it. Just do bones. I would do it to my SWF. Okay, now we play regular. Ooh, we got some topography on this one too. Look, there's a depression there. But I can do this. I'm not in here. I'm not in here. Oh no! Oh no! That is nasty! What was that like for you? Was that good for you? That was good for me. Oh, oh wow. Get back in there. I think I could have locked it. Oh yeah, Attack on Titan cosmetics are coming. Yeah. For Dwight and Oni. Wait, was that you trying to lock it? Is that what happened when you tried to lock it? Was it a fake out? You're like, I'm gonna lock it. That's amazing. That's amazing. Let's do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Yeah, I ain't in that one though. I'm in this one. Surprise, sucker! That is so cool. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh man, I love that. The laying in wait. That is so cool. So they think they're gonna lock it, but I'm really in there hiding. That is crazy. That's amazing. Here, Funkman, do you want to come lock me into? Oh wait, this one's actually locked. I gotta wait for my power to recharge. Don't hurt me. Ow! Which locker am I in? That's the one. So if they lock it when you're in there, it's automatic, right? I think so. We need to see what that looks like from survivor perspective. That's a blast right there, I'll tell you what. Bungmin! Locked it. What about this one? She's like, hell no, I know you're in the other one. Only one lock per locker. Oh man, this is my favorite part right here. I mean, I don't know how often you're going to be able to get survivors to do that, but that is like my favorite part. So lethal pursuer into a close locker and then wait. Well, you don't start off like with, oh wait, you don't start off like with the power ready to go. So you only get them if they don't know. That was so cool. I have to see what this looks like from Survivor now. Mori. Gonna eat you. Dead hard this. Dead hard this, Andrew. Let me see his face. Hi. Hi. What you want to do now? Want to just end it? What is this? Depression. Kind of the same as the sand pit, I guess, on the Area Crows. Wicked needs one more hook. Wait a minute. I hear a boon. I hear the bones. Where's the bones? Hear it. But I doesn't seize it. Is it behind here in this corner? Oh, yeah, there it is. Nah. And I broke your little bones. Hi. Oh, you sneaky snake. Don't mind if I do. This is so cool. This is so cool. Man, if you ever see a survivor jump in a locker in front of you, it's like game over. The meta change has me excited yet terrified at the same time. Wait, was that a fake out? Oh my god. It's like they tap you on the shoulder. Hey-ya! Oh, that's a very short swing. Oh, you turkey. Can't see nothing up here. This is a good spot. Yeah, you like this spot? I like this spot. Okay, first you. Ooh, look how the night sky is beautiful. It's screwdrivers? What is this? Just like gardening implements? What is happening? Hello? Okay. Here, face this way. Let's get the oh yeah, this is good. We'll get the willow in the way in the back, I think. The Garden of Joy. Oh. Oh, so Hattie didn't scream, and Andrew was probably running Iron Will. So maybe Hattie's sounds aren't all the way done? Let me see. No, Andrew didn't have Iron Will. So how come she screamed? That was Meg's scream. What's going on? All right, let me switch sides. I want to see what the locker shenanigans looks like from Survivor side. That looks fun. I will rotate. Oh. I'm gonna pick my Survivor. There we go. Sure. The switch button crashes my game. Oh, when you switch roles? Switch. 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 Huh? Do you think the next Resident Evil chapter will have 2 survivors again? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But, you know, you don't always get a second chance to make a first impression. So if that's the way they're going of the trophy thing, this is like the thing that will tell you to upgrade, I guess. But it says you can't do it in custom matches. You know, it's another chance to make a first impression on a lot of people. And they can do it right this time and be less buggy. Then people will see that Nemesis is in there too, and hopefully retain some of those people, because like I said, that brought the most people to the game of all time, that, you know, as far as we can see on record. Not that the Steam charts are the end all be all of anything, but that's what we have. So did Survivor get a new base kit perk? Nobody told me that they did. Probably somebody would have mentioned it. The switching bug is already reported. The map's already set, right? Yes. Snatcha, thank you very much for the host. I hope you had a great stream. So, I don't blame them for going that route again. And it's not a bad idea if you think, hey, look, you know, admittedly, we had a terrible launch with Resident Evil. I mean, credits to Resident Evil Company for not giving up on Dead by Daylight and giving them that second chance. Probably in their best interest to do so, assuming they're revenue sharing DLC and cosmetics. I don't know how those deals work, but it's not a bad idea if you can make you can get that chance to make a first impression a second time with people and retain them. Why not? Happy 6th anniversary. Did you see that bug? Her mic was floating off her hip. Well, I mean, we have floating rocks and floating boards and stuff. I'm more concerned with the bug about her, like, she's working a dial and there's nothing there. Boop. And then it just dropped. She dropped the mic. Ah! Patty dropped the mic. I'm sure Capcom is loving it since they keep trying to make RE multiplayer games and they keep doing it poorly. I mean, you know, I know a lot of people say they prefer originals. I like licenses because I think they bring the most people to the yard, you know? Is Andrew coming back? I think so. Probably just had to reboot. If he's not, if you're not coming back, say so, Andrew, and we'll just go like this. I'm still concerned about cakes, though. What do you mean? Like for the Twisted Masquerade? They didn't really show us too much in there, right? Like they said, we're going to be looking for invitations in the fog. We didn't really see what that looked like. They didn't confirm them for the event. I mean, I'd be surprised if they didn't have a bonus blood point multiplier. Done it for 3 years in a row, right? Andrew! Yoo-hoo, Andrew! You to the who, Andrew? Are you coming back or not? They said they are bringing some things back from last year. I'm sure they will have cakes or the equivalent. No, okay, not coming back. All right, we're going just the two of us. We can beat the Drawani if we try. Just the two of us. Captain Caboose, thank you for the host too. I have my alerts turned off. Thanks again today to Polyester Leisure Suit, Ghost Whisperer for the subs, Rust Lord for the biddies, Dish Pit Jake for the 8 months, Ruby Slips for 29 months, Bad Wolf Bay for 21 months, David versus the World 5 months, Loops Ahoy, thank you for the sub, Pale Moon Rose 24 months, Linarel, thank you for your prime, Wicked Ghoul, thank you for the 5 gifted tier 1 subs, Anti-DDoS, thank you for the 15 months. Philosopher, thank you for the 2 months. Tails Warrior, thank you for 10 months. Lurchums, thank you for 5 months. Noaopolis, happy birthday once again, Noah. Thank you for the 9 months. That's like a Twitch baby right there. And let's see. That's it. Thank you so much for all your support today, everybody. It's been a great day. So many things that they showered us with. The DVD 6-year stream just hyped me up so hard I died. Grind reduction, a lot of gifts we got, right? If they had Lethal Pursuer, let me see. Okay, so that's what the locks look like. Man, it's dark. Where's the brightest locker? Oh man, all the moaning is creepy. Oh yeah, I promise we're gonna look at the add-ons. Oh, is this one of the add-ons? Did you use an add-on to like start us in the darkness? Aha! Well, maybe I should make a bit more of a splash. Oh my gosh, Iron Maiden. I didn't even think about that. Iron Maiden. With the dredge. Oh! Oh! Hello? The sun. Whoa, hi! So, that's what it looks like. Okay, now I gotta get you to. I gotta get you to go in there and let me open it and see what it looks like when you're inside. Come rescue me, my friend. I have blindness. I can't see my friend. That's a pretty cool mechanic, though. Like, surprise! I'm hiding in the locker. Uh-oh. Oh, what is that noise? Oh. 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 Ooh, this is creepy. Go in there! Oh, you probably can't do it because it's too close. I heard it. You in here? Oh. Hang on, let me check this other way. Let me check this other way. I'm coming. Going back there. Go in there again. Alright, I'll unhook. I'll unhook. Okay. Good thinking. So there is like a noise. Is it this one? Oh! Oh my god! Yeah, this is a new map, but they did say they're reworking RPD. Are you in here? Oh my god! That is cool. Who knew you could compact one gigantic blob into such a little locker? You can force DS. So let's see. So what would happen if I had decisive and I was in there? I don't have decisive. But what if I hid in the locker, and then they came in there and grabbed me. Am I going to get decisive in the locker? What happens with that? The dredge is only shining like that once we're in complete darkness. The nightfall thing or whatever it was called. Or... Hi. Oh, is this your remnant? Oh. Oh, I didn't think that's what the remnant looked like. I thought the remnant looked like a husk of the dredge, so it's kind of like a little shadowy diamond looking thing. It's Mori time! I want in too! Let me in too! Is there room for both of us? Yeah, room for one more in there? What does the pallet sun look like? Here, come see. Oh my god! Wait! Did the head just like turtle back in the shell? Let me see that again. What? Is this the same electrical box as on Norman? Does it have the same? No, let's see the postal code. Peekaboo. All right. Can we blind the killer? I didn't bring a flashlight. From a distance, he looks like a giant turkey. Ow! That's a lot of stabbing. You know, they'd make a great dealer in Vegas with all those hands. A car dealer, you know? Can we see them add-ons now? Yeah, sorry about that. I got so caught up. I forget stuff. I get so caught up in my excitement over the chapter. I forget where we're at here. Let me look at this. Switch to killer. Okay. Add-ons. Survivors are afflicted with exposed status effect for the last 12 seconds of nightfall. Ooh. The iridescent wood plank. Once the journalist's blood stained the wooden boards of the stage, everything was set into motion for the dredge's arrival. So you think that the journalist's sacrifice was part of summoning the dredge? Sacrificial knife. When the journalist attempted to warn the Automarians, that name needs a little work, by the way, of his true task, he slit her throat as a warning to any dissenters. Exiting a locker during nightfall blocks all vault locations within 16 meters for 5 seconds. Holy smokes. The boat key. Only one boat allowed people on and off the island. This isn't Dyer Island, right? Can't be. And the keys were hidden away to prevent deserters. Increases teleport speed by 25% while not in nightfall. When the generators are powered up, all active locks are instantly broken. Huh. Field recorder. Oh, I feel like this is Hattie's instrument here. Hattie documented all of her forays near the overlaps to prove not only to the world, but to herself what she saw and felt. Nightfall is active at the start of the trial. That was the one they must have just used on us. Nightfall is automatically triggered when the last generator is repaired. Oh, that sounds like a decent one. Any survivor that comes into contact with the remnant is afflicted with exhausted for 15 seconds. Lavalier microphone. She kept a lav mic nearby, allowing her to record her innermost feelings when under great stress. Survivors' auras are revealed for 3 seconds when using the last teleport token. When entering a locker using teleport, other lockers within 6 meters of survivors open and slam their door. Oh, so it kind of fools you. It baits you where they've teleported. Pretty cool. Probably would say the best more yet. You think? The Tilling Blade. The island was self-sufficient, and followers tilled the tough soil to grow crops during the warm season. When a survivor is injured from full health during nightfall, they're afflicted with blindness, hemorrhage, and mangled for 60 seconds. I like that they have extra information here to explain to you what blindness is, what hemorrhage is, what mangled is, too. It's pretty good. Broken Doll. Followers. That looks like the Wraith. Followers brought their families to live in a utopia. None of them were spared. Man, we out here. There's children in this mass of bodies. Increases nightfall by 20 seconds. Destroyed Pillow. While not allowed to sleep, leaders among the Automarians tore sleeping supplies to shreds to prevent malthinkers from sneaking off to nap. Nobody's allowed to sleep until the Drawnee's gone. Everybody rip up the pillows. What? That's how you know it's cult mentality. We're gonna destroy our own sleeping supplies. Decrease teleport cooldown by 2.5 seconds. Automarian writing. The words of Otto Stamper were the only words available for his followers to read, decrying malthink and malspeak. Decreased teleport cooldown by 4 seconds while not in nightfall. War Helmet. While investigating an overlap in the Alps, she found an abandoned war bunker. It's very curious to me that so many of these add-ons are part of Hattie's lore, right? She took a helmet from it after the overlap nearly took her. Increases killer instinct by 1.5 seconds. The Worry Stone. While the Automarians were told to only think positive thoughts, some kept these stones in their pockets to rub when negative thoughts arose. Reveals the aura of a survivor for 6 seconds when they lock a locker. That's pretty neat. Air freshener. After her parents were found, this was in the bag of belongings the police returned. Hattie doesn't know why she keeps it. Adds 1 additional power token for teleporting. That seems like a lot of overlap. Not even Yunjin and Trickster have that much connection. The pine-scented air freshener. Burnt letters. Some of the followers tried to write letters home. Damper ensured that nobody would have contact with the outside world. Increases the amount of nightfall charges when injuring a survivor by 25%. Like, do you think in one of the overlaps that Hattie is the journalist who gets her throat slit? And that's why she has the vision of people ripping each other apart in the muck? Because a parallel version of her is the one who was investigating this? And that's why there's this much connection? Gotta be, right? After the Automarians were subsumed by the dredge, the mansion fell into disrepair. Using Reign of Darkness increases nightfall charge speed by an additional 15%. Or a past life. One of the Terras. Gotta be. Multiverse confirmed. Hattie's calendar. She planned to cross out each day until her parents took her to India, but when tragedy struck, she abandoned her calendar. Decreases the time to exit a locker by 1 second. Was Hattie born in the 60s? That's a good question. I mean, they talk about her in one of the... and even is this device, like... this device from the 60s? You know? Weird. They talk about her in one of the rifts being decades older. Malthinker's skull. You malthinker! Bonk! Over to the head. Those who brought negativity to the commune would mysteriously disappear from time to time with a hole in their head. Their remains were never found until the dredge brought them up. Increases nightfall charge speed by 66% while any survivor is injured. Patty's wiki page does mention other versions of her. Definitely. Like, I'm a full believer in the multiverse. I just wonder about the timeline of this being the 60s. Caffeine tablets. Stamper's followers were told not to sleep or they would bring the wrath of the Druani upon them. Towards the end, he brought in drugs from the mainland. Auras of lockers are visible in yellow while charging the gloaming and teleporting. Followers cowl. Dang, they all had to wear cowls. They believed the cowls proved their enlightenment, but they merely kept them in darkness. Teleporting to the remnant will activate killer instinct when not in nightfall. In the mortar and pestle, this connection from the world and modern medicine, Stamper's followers originally had to make do with the flora local to the island. The dredge will emerge from its remnant facing the same direction as the teleport is activated instead of the direction facing when the remnant was placed. So it flips you around. We had to use the local flora and fauna until we got them caffeine pills, yo. Okay, and the wooden plank. The wooden plank torn from the stage where Otto Stamper sacrificed a meddling journalist increases the amount of nightfall charges when a survivor is hooked by 25%. All right. Well, that's your chapter for today. So much exciting news. I'm going to be honest. I know this isn't the thing that everybody's excited about, but I want to go and look at the stills of the, they weren't prototypes, but I guess they were artist proofs of what the Funko Pops are going to look like. I was shocked that that was the way the stream opened. I didn't think that was going to be the first news. I was really taken aback by it, that was what they led with. And I want to go look at what those images look like. So I'm gonna go, I'm gonna leave it here and I will go back on, I'll go back on my characters so that I can spend some of these generous blood points on them, 1.4 million, so that I can be ready for stream tonight and play some more of this PTB and see how the public is playing the dredge and what goes on. You like the new menu? Yeah, it takes a little to get used to, I think, here, but I can see what they're saying about if this was all on the bottom, that they were losing space for it, and they can stack these. There's room for, you know, a couple more here anyway. Nice and compact. I don't hate it. I mean, I'm not real big on change, but I think that's fine, right? So, all right. Happy celebration, anniversary day, everybody. Celebrate. Thank you for spending the last, 4 hours with me today. And I'll be back at 11 o'clock tonight and we'll check out some more of this stuff. But it looks really cool. It was a lot of fun. Happy days. Love y'all. We'll see you tonight. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. It was a good time. Bye.